So John Lovitz is on the show, and Lovitz is an old buddy of ours, and he's got a dog named Jerry, and Jerry is everywhere. Every time we go somewhere, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry. Yeah, he can never leave the house without Jerry. Jerry literally, when I played Vegas, Jerry would, Jerry would just be behind the curtain, just kind of waiting, And then sometimes Jerry would wander out when John was doing stand-up. Crowd would go crazy.
Dog is, and I hate to say it, not that cute. I hate to say it. It's not that cute.
Sometimes, dogs are so ugly they're cute because they don't know how bizarre looking they are.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
It's a toothy underbite.
Yeah.
A tight little dog, but a sweet dog.
I saw another dog walk by and goes, gross. And dogs aren't usually judgmental like that. Gross.
Do you have any dog routines?
Oh, dude, by the way, what about Nick Cannon with his kids?
Nick Cannon had another kid.
Another kid, and he's shameless. He's out doing a fucking gender reveal. I'm like, I would be like, I got another kid.
I like when anyone gets into that double-digit kid thing from a different array of women throughout multiple decades. I'm getting warm. I'm going to start
I know
flushing.
It's boiling fucking hot. This is my new house. Dana's first time in it, and he likes it. He said, if you ever want to take a nice stroll with a girl, just take her down the hallway.
Oh, you say, let's go for a long walk. Do we have to leave the interior of the house? No, we're going for a 5-miler. I got lost 3 times here in 20 minutes. I was just wandering upstairs, and I did rifle through some personal items.
Oh, yeah?
I rifled through your drawers. Is that the only time human beings use the word rifle?
I think so. Other than a real rifle, yes.
Yeah, but I rifled through your drawers and saw some personal items.
Yeah. Dana, we couldn't find you, and I turned on your Find My Phone, and that's how we found him. He was over in the East Wing. I like how I
went by the life-size statue of yourself you made. The loincloth was a nice touch. Is it bronze? Anyway, David Spade is a
solid
legend.
gold dishwasher. All right.
How many Instagram followers? Just throw it out there.
It's sort of bombing now. I'm more on TikTok. Look me up. TikTok, it's so gross, but I'm
too old. I don't know nothing about no TikTok. I liked when there was free channels.
How about my neighbors hate me, and they just made a thing where they went to the city and made sure you had to have a parking permit, and only in front of my house.
Really?
They fucked me. Yeah, I've been a neighbor for 6 weeks. I'm like, how much do you hate me within seconds to go to the city council? This guy's the worst. She's the one that said, he's giving my dog diarrhea. I'm like, are you sure it's me? How about the dog looks at you every day and goes...
That's what you get for buying a house on Vendetta Place. Pick a different address, cowboy. Anyway, it doesn't even make sense.
That kind of did.
Look, John Lovitz. Can you do it? What's your best impression, John Lovitz? Everyone's got one because he's so impressive.
I got one. He says, I made him say this word on one of my Instagram stories. Balderdash. But he can say it so much better. He's got such a good voice.
Balderdash. Yeah, it's a little Mae West, actually. Hello, ladies.
We hear about John and Dana. We won't say, but we will ask about a movie you guys were both going to do, a well-known movie.
Oh, I don't mind saying it. Bad Boys.
I'm saying we're not going to say it.
He makes John. Why do they keep bringing it up?
Why not? It's funny. Dude, I turned down Home Alone because I was 28. And I could read,
Really?
I could play 7. But Macaulay Culkin got it. I saw him at the final callbacks. I go, oh, they're going way young.
I turned down Yoda in the original Star Wars. I said, no too much on the drive.
No, because he did it that way. You did it regular, like, oh, not try, do. And then you saw Yoda go in and do that, and you go, oh, we're doing a weird voice? Let me go in again. Let me try it again.
First comes fly on the wall, then comes money, then comes ladies.
Money in the bank. Yes, no? Try, do.
Hey, Yoda, could you stop making these cryptic lists? First come pain. It's like Billy Bob Thornton and Sling Blade.
I would,
don't know about no Yoda.
I would ask Yoda about Bitcoins back then and said, Yoda, fucking take care of your pal. What's the story with him? And then tell me about the Death Star, whatever bullshit.
I'm starting a currency. I was going to ask you to join in. It's called cryptic currency. It's very sort of scary.
Oh, okay.
Cryptic
I'm
currency.
In. All right, back to Lovitz.
Back to Lovitz. Speaking of
John
people...
Lovitz, we'll let him tell you the story of his life, because when you have Lovitz on, have a nice listen.
He used to say that about having lunch with Lorne Michaels, because Lorne's a brilliant talker. John Lovitz he hates this, is so naturally funny. I'm not naturally funny. It's the way, it's my acting and my writing.
No, he's got a funny bone. Like, there's people in comedy that just have a funny bone, and he is, no matter what we say.
No matter what we say. No matter what anybody says, he's funny.
He's a good actor and all that stuff, but he just has a funny way about him, which is, you can't teach that.
Well, John loves to tease, and so if you just go and you're having a conversation with him, he'll start getting you defensive. You don't even know it. What do you want? What? You didn't want to come to the lunch? You just came because you felt pressure? He'll just say that out of the blue. So then you go, no, I didn't. Then you start coming back at him.
Yeah, last time I saw him, he has a Mustang. He goes, my car's blue. Jealous? I go, I think I can get a blue car. Can you?
I know. He was at the Knicks game in New York, and he was sitting on the court for the first time on his life. He goes, my feet are on the wood. Jealous?
Lauren said that to me. Someone said I was the most naturally funny person on SNL. I said, you think I'm the funniest person that ever did at SNL? He goes, no, naturally funny.
John Lovitz, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Now, how do I know you two?
I met John at the beach house.
Oh, that's right. You guys shared the beach house.
No, Gervitz and Lovitz shared a beach house on Malibu. And for people that don't know, that's where we'd go and jump in the water. I'd go with Chris, I think, and Farley. And then one time, and
that's right.
Brad Pitt was there sometimes, right? That was exciting.
So we're talking the 80s, Malibu, 90s?
90s.
No, 90s, sorry. 90s Malibu Beach House, which I went to.
Yeah, the three of us have been friends for years, for those of you listening, and are still friends.
That's where sweet Chris Farley, like I'm out on the patio, and then I'm talking to John. Chris came out totally naked, but with suds all over him, like soap, like all suds.
I told you that story. That was it.
That's a great story, Dana.
There. Yeah, I saw it. So he must have done it more than once.
I know, but it's funny. Hey, John, what about when there was the Malibu fires? And
Chris was at the beach. Yeah, I remember, David, you called him and said, you go, where are you? He goes, I'm at the beach. He goes, it's nice, but it's really cloudy. And David goes, you idiot. Those aren't clouds. There's a fire. It's smoke. He had no idea.
It was like Tommy Boy, but in real life.
The hill across the street was on fire. Literally, the hill across the street. And then it ended up happening. I don't even put this in your podcast, but the 5 doors down, a house burnt down, and they rebuilt it. And that was the house, David, that you...
that's when I bought. That burned down in that fire. Oh, my God.
That house burned down in that fire, yeah.
Wow.
And they rebuilt it. It was all wood, and they rebuilt it the same, but like, I guess, whatever it was, stucco or cement. I was never invited, even though I invited you to mine.
I just want, you said something a minute ago, John, that made me laugh, but I don't know if it was just sort of an offhand comment of seriously calling your friend an idiot, kind of like the Three Stooges. No, you idiot. Those are clouds. Does any adult male just go, no, you idiot?
No, that's what David said to Farley.
But did David really say, no, you idiot? I think so.
Yeah. I mean, no, because that's how we would talk, and that turned into...
It just sounds like the Three Stooges. No, you idiot. Do you really? You would say that to Chris? That's funny.
Chris said, David called me and said, it's cloudy. He goes, you idiot.
Well, listen to me, you fool.
I will tell you, when I got to SNL, Lovitz was there, and I was a fan, and I knew Dana a little bit. I knew Kevin a little bit, and then Lovitz I just seen on the show, and we talked over, I think, where you have dinner, in that little area, and you were lighting the show, so we got a chance to talk, but you weren't usually lighting the show. And
John was lighting the show,
and but he never was. But then we talked, because I was saying I have to write now, and no one tells you how to write. You just get a yellow pad and a wooden desk and a pen, and so I said, I'll write you something. And you said, yeah, okay. And so I wrote you a sketch about a guy who's this mad scientist that turns into a pufferfish. So he, when he gets mad, he turns into a pufferfish. And I wrote it, and then it was probably 17 pages and 5 different sets, and then they. I don't think Shoemaker put it in read through because
I have no memory of that.
It was. Yeah, I don't think we did it because it was.
It sounds
awful.
funny. It sounds funny. I like the premise.
Weird because I realized, this is your guys' podcast, but the reality is you both look up to me because I was on the show before both of you.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That actually is true. I remember seeing John in the 85 season, and you immediately stood out to me. Your presence and your voice with Master Disguise. Freudian slip. It's on live streaming everywhere, kids. John did Master Thespian and The Liar, and they were just so potent characters and so different than anything that had been on the show. Don't you think, John? I mean, they were eccentric.
Thank you. Well, you know what happened? I was in the Groundlings Theater and I did those characters, and then I never forget. I got Saturday Night Live, which now people go to the Groundlings to try to get on SNL. I never thought I'd be on it in a million years. I just wanted to get in the company and get seen and get work. And on the 9th floor, was the bleacher seats. So I was up there, and right at the entrance on the right was a glass case, and it had like John on a mannequin, John Belushi's Bee costume, and next to that was Eddie Murphy's Gumby costume with a life mask of Eddie Murphy. And I remember looking at that and going, "Oh my God!" I go, "I can't do what they did." They were huge, icons. I'm like, and I just thought, what am I going to do? And I go, well, I guess I'll just be funny the way I'm funny, and either it'll work or this is the end of the road.
And it didn't work. Yeah.
And it didn't work.
The puffer fish could have really put you, but actually by the time I got
work, it exceeded anyone's expectations.
John, you were huge from what were the big ones at that point? You already did The Liar, right?
When you came on, but when I got the show, Dynamite, it was a producer, and she goes, "Here's who we think's going to break out on the show."
And you weren't on the list?
No.
No, really?
Yeah. So Dana, you walked away. When I got the show Dynamite, it was the producer goes, "John, here's who we think's going to break out. Joan Cusack, Robert Downey Jr., Terry Sweeney, Randy Quaid, and someone else."
So she's telling
she
you?
didn't say my name. I go, I'm on the show, right? No, I was the last guy they expected. They didn't expect me to be the guy that broke out.
And Dynamite was one of
them.
A producer on the show for several years. She's great. But I want to go back to the Groundlings for a second because we've talked about this on other podcasts. You have a way of making your voice incredibly loud, like really. So who else could have done Master Thespian? Because that seems to be just coming from. I mean, it must have just.
I was in college, and I had a Shakespeare professor, William Needles, who was he was like remember the movie Professor Chips, where they all loved their professor. He was like that to all the students, and he was great to me.
I saw his improv group, Pins and Needles.
No.
Pins and Needles. The Coconut.
Yes. He was in the Stratford Festival in Canada. He was like, he mentored people like Maggie Smith, the great actress.
Oh,
she credits him. Anyway, so he came to Irvine to teach us, UC Irvine, I was a drama major, to teach us Shakespeare. And he did it the first time I'd never heard it in person at all. And he said, "Now I'm going to do some Shakespeare for you." And then his voice completely changed. He went, "Oh, for the muse of fire that will ascend the brightest heaven of invention." And I heard that. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'd never heard anything like it. And I could just somehow imitate him. And I liked actors with those booming voices like him and John Barrymore and John Carradine, if you see him in the 10 Commandments.
Oh, yeah.
You hear his voice booming off the soundstage. It's so loud. And so I was just somehow able to do it. I don't know how. I think also from my father, he would yell a lot, and I picked it up from him. Stop it!
It all goes back to all of our dads were a little crazy.
Yeah.
You got to have a crazy dad to be a comedian, basically.
Yeah, I think, yeah. And, but I just love the Laurence Olivier. I like that it was
Larry.
Real, but bigger than life, but theatrical. That's what, so like Peter O'Toole's like that, he's real, but he's so dynamic and theatrical that it's thrilling, for me. That's the kind of performance I like.
Nicolas Cage would talk about
Well,
that
I'll give
too.
you an example of a performance like that in modern times that Dana, you love, is real but theatrical and bigger than life, and yet real, was Al Pacino Scarface, right?
What are you talking about, man? You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it was operatic, and the whole film was operatic, and so it was very bigger than life. But I believe, unless I misheard this, that Al Pacino says that's his favorite role, even though some critics had an issue with it. But I think it's kind of brilliant.
I've actually gotten to meet him, and I told him that how much you love it and you imitate it. And he goes, people come up to me with lines that aren't from that movie, that aren't even like the catchphrase lines, and he goes, and they repeat them to me.
Look at the little Boris. The Boris gonna fly, man. Say goodbye to the bad guy. All of it is musical. To me, it's like the Beatles or something. Yeah. Brilliant.
I met Al Pacino, and he was talking about all my stuff so much, I never even got around to Scarface. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I'm looking for a very handsome cowboy man. I've seen it. He was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is another one of my current favorites.
Dude, do that line again. Is that what he's talking about, Brad Pitt?
Yeah, he's coming to the bar. Gina, the woman in the mystic light. I'm looking for a very handsome cowboy man. Yeah, I try. Yeah, let's face it, man. I'm a goddamn ham spin. What'd that guy say to you? Says he wants me to go do some Italian westerns. Don't cry in front of the Mexicans. I'm just quoting the movie.
Is that Brad? That's a good Brad.
Brad Pitt. Oh, yeah. Well, my wife and I quote him all the time. It's a good plan. When he has to fire him, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. I don't think I can afford to keep you. I think that's a good plan. I try.
It's funny because you mentioned the beach house, and all of us were friends, and Cynthia Pett, Brad's manager, rented the house next door, and Brad was always there. And it's fun to see, like, know everybody. I remember Brad, Cynthia Pett, his manager, said, "Hey, I have a client. Can he say hi to you? He's a big fan. What's his name? Brad Pitt." I go, "Okay." And then I had to look at her. I go, "What's his name again?" She goes, "Brad." I go, "Okay. Hey, Brad." Hey, I didn't even know no one had heard of him.
A week later, you had a tattoo of him. I know I did.
No, but it's funny. It's fun that you guys are known now. But I remember when David was. I remember the first time I saw Dana. You brought me to see him at a club, and you said he's really. What'd you say? He's
funny.
No, yeah, but you go. He's like he really looks up to Dennis Miller and I. He kind of
we were kind of his mom and dad.
And I remember I saw you, David. And I was like, oh my God, he's a total mix of. You didn't have. I don't think you'd found your voice yet.
Yeah, that's true. Those guys I really liked, and I think at the beginning, you are styles of your people you like the most, and then it just turns into its own. And then I knew because Sandler goes, I saw this guy and he reminded me of you. I go, oh, he goes, he's biting a lot of your shit. I go, oh, I'm at the point where someone's doing it like me. I like that better.
Nice. Yes.
No, you guys were great. That's why. And SNL was, I had a question for you. You guys did, wait, no, I'll go back. We did Coneheads together. That was one of the first movies, John. What did you do in Coneheads? Because there's a million cameos.
In Coneheads?
Yeah, were you in Coneheads?
Yeah, I was I think you said Coneheads. I was the dentist.
Oh, that's right. When his mouth opens really big.
Yeah, and his opens huge.
Oh, that's right. It goes like 4 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of played it like my dad, like a doctor. I played it, and then I made up a thing that the nurse in it. It wasn't in the script. I said, let's just pretend that we're like having a fight, but we're trying to cover it up.
That's a good choice
so
for
just
an
added
actor.
a lot to the scene where I'd go, get the thing.
The director they got, I think, because he directed the Take on Me video, and he did that needless. It's like black and white, and it looks like someone sketched it, and the guy jumps out of it. That was such a big video. Steve Barron, I think they got him to direct Coneheads. I don't know if he's like a huge comedy director, but he had me, you, Sandler.
Farley was in it, yeah.
Farley, Ellen DeGeneres, Sinbad, Phil, Drew Carey.
Oh, and then a friend of mine was in it because he's friends with Dan Aykroyd, Mitchell Bobrow. And Mitchell was like, in the 60s, he was the world karate champion. He was one of the best Taekwondo karate guy of the 60s. he was better than Chuck Norris, and he was very close friends with Bruce Lee. And I'm still friends with him. He's a really nice guy. He was in Coneheads, but working with Dan Aykroyd was the best because he used to be on the show. And I remember, Dan, I don't know if you remember, David, but when Dan Aykroyd came to the show and he did Bob Dole.
Yes, I remember that.
And then he took all of us out to dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe, and he gave us these Hard Rock Cafe jackets, and we were all like dead broke. And I was sitting next to Jan Hooks, and she goes, "Who is this guy?" Because he was just so nice, and he treated us so great. And I love Dan. I got to play his brother in a movie. My stepmother's in Alien Years in '88, but when those guys came to the show, it was just so thrilling.
Oh, it was so crazy when Dan Aykroyd walked around. How are you? Hi, you're doing good stuff here.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job.
You know what? Do you guys remember this? Just to paint a scene when you're on Saturday Night Live, just weird things happen. Like one time I just walked into Lorne's office on the 9th floor and Mick Jagger was sitting there.
Ooh.
It's like, oh, Mick Jagger. Or when there's a host, the host is down on the, what floor? 8th floor, whatever. The host is down there waiting. They're like, Charlton Heston would like to meet you. And you're kind of nervous, like you're walking to meet this celebrity you've known your whole life. It was interesting,
that happened
right?
To me, my first year on the show, Jerry Hall was hosting with Mick Jagger's girlfriend, and she had an idea for a sketch, and I didn't realize it was her way of getting back at Mick for lying to her. But it was with my liar character. So about 4:30 on Saturday,
That's funny.
Lawrence says, "Hey, John, Mick Jagger's at the studio. Can you go downstairs and show him how to do your liar character?" And I go, "Okay." And I go down there and I meet him and I'm saying, well, anyway, I do this character. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm explaining to Mick Jagger how I do this.
Oh my God, I'm older than him.
I joke between a friend of mine and I, Lisa. And
I know, it's surreal,
and
right?
And now I'm explaining to Mick Jagger.
He goes,
how to do it.
Yes, that's the ticket. I mean, could he do it? I mean, was it?
Oh
in his
yeah, we
wheelhouse?
did it on the air. And if you saw the sketch now, you'd look at it and go, John, is that you or your son? Anyway, and I was so skinny. And then Jerry Holler in at a bar, and I'm hitting on her. And she mentions the Stones. She goes, "Oh, you know Mick Jagger?" I go, and oh yeah. I go, "We were in Vietnam together." Whitney Brown wrote the sketch.
Whitney Brown.
And then Mick comes in, and then he goes, "Yeah, I know Tommy." And I go, "Yeah, we were fishing." And I go, "Big, little, big," and we start lying. And about a year later, she called up the show and invited Dennis Miller and I and Nora over to their house out of the blue. And we couldn't find Nora, so Dennis Miller and I went.
You mean you didn't look for her?
We're in their living room, and Mick Jagger goes, "Oh, I know what that liar thing is now. I didn't then." And Dennis and I, they had a cross in their living room. There was a mirror above the couch where Mick and Jerry Hollerson and Dennis and I, our eyes caught in the mirror. And afterward, we went outside. I go, "Dennis, were you thinking what I was thinking just now?" I go, "Yeah." We both think a year and a half ago, we were like dead broke. And now we're sitting in Mick Jagger's living room in his house in New York. Stuff like that.
I know, you get, just to set the scene for people listening, it's just, you're kind of, usually when you get cast on SNL, you're unknown, you're just fledgling, and then you're on live TV, and then you're meeting all these celebrities. You remember the night me and Dennis went into the Columbus Cafe, sitting in the back was Mick Jagger and David Bowie. We hung out with them for a while, and then Bowie wanted to hang out.
Bowie goes, "You want to go dancing?" And we're like, yeah.
So we're hanging out with Bowie, and he showed us that move where you plant your left foot and you do a spin.
They're dancing with David Bowie.
And I'd been on the show like 4 months or something. It was like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, just to set the scene for those of you, Dana isn't wearing any.
Because people are.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not doing a tubin. Yep.
Tubin.
Well, look, I noticed when Howard Stern interviews people, he kind of reorientates things because we get ahead of ourselves. So, David, did you have a favorite celebrity that your first, you went on, like, what was your first
I remember
host?
coming on, I think I did 4 shows before the summer. It was Corbin Burnson, Al Baldwin, Dice Clay, and Candy Bergen. And
so you were there. Oh,
I remember all them, yeah.
I remember totally. Alec Baldwin.
All very nice.
And Alec Baldwin, that Monday meeting, you hear he's there. They go, "Everyone's going to meet the host." You really don't really know how it works. And I go cram in that room. And he's sitting there in a black turtleneck with black hair combed back and blue eyes. And I'm like, this guy's a fucking stud. Like, some people you go, and he's like, "How's it going?" And then you go, Oh, that's a movie star. They screen the movie for you. So I just see Hunt for October,
Sure.
walk out, come to work, and then they're all, he's right there. And Sharon Stone was a movie star. Some people, in my head, I thought, that's a star. And some people I thought, it sounds mean, but I go, they got nothing. Like I after read through, I'd go, I go, it's kind of, you know what I mean? I go, it's kind of, they got in the right place, right time, nothing wrong with it, but just they got nothing. And here's a list of those people. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I remember when we did the show in the first 5 years, you had to be a major movie star. And then once in a while, they'd have somebody from television, like Ted Danson hosted, but he was the number one show on air. Remember we had athletes, but they had to be like superstar with Wayne Gretzky and then Joe Montana and Walter Payton.
Yeah.
But you had to be.
The show goes in lulls. I mean, one of my years, the host went from the first lead of like a TV show to like the second lead. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'd book people and I'm like, Dana and Mike are bigger stars than the host, or Sandler. You know what I mean? You're going, this person coming in here, I think we're missing the mark a little bit now. Because everyone was getting so big on the show, it was hard to be more famous than
it was Dana. I had to keep acting like humble and like, oh, I'm nothing. You're the big thing.
I was starstruck.
I knew that next to me, he was just
John. Can I interject a memory because I think it was so funny. Back to Alec Baldwin being two things about Alec Baldwin. First time he hosted, he goes, "I want to do this." He goes, "You think I want to be on a fucking submarine?" Go, "Aye, aye, sir." Like he didn't want to be in those corporate movies. He wanted to be a sketch player. And then Victoria, because of his crazy blue eyes, and he was incredibly handsome, she goes, "I'm not going to do it. Not this week. I'm not going to do it." I go, "What?" "I'm not going to fall in love with him. Alex, I'm not going to fall." And then by Friday, she go, "I lost. I fell in love with him again." If she sees the eyes, if he locks eyes with her, she falls in love.
If he pays attention to you. One time he was doing a De Niro. And I think it was for Update, and we were behind the stage, live show. And, people do this sometimes, like he was getting pumped up and then he dropped and did about 15 push-ups right before they came back because he wanted to get a pump and go out there and look big. Yeah. I love it. I go, that's the shit I love to see. That's something I would have maybe done. I don't know.
And he became a great sketch player, on that show. So he did it.
He was great. Sharon Stone had like a star thing, beautiful, stunning, comes in. Like basically the ginger music from Gilligan's Island style when she walks in. It's like, we go, oh my God. And I just done Police Academy 4 with her. And
did you guys have any sorry, did I interrupt that?
No, it was starting the bomb.
This is one of those things that, tell me if you've had an experience like this. So Chris Everett was the host and somehow, I don't remember, but we had a scene where we jump on a bed together and we kind of make out, believe it or not. And so that happened and she came up and she was blushing and we never really talked about it. It was nothing. It was just pretending. So I'm doing a stand-up date in Hawaii right before 2 years ago. I come out, it's a big giant, there's like maybe 500 people out there at night. I'm coming out. She's in the front row and she goes, "You made out with me on a bed." And it was 30 years later. It's just
and you had her kicked out because she's a heckler?
And then Victoria Jackson was there again. "I'm not going to do it this week. I'm not going to fall in love."
The host, they're there for a week, but it's such an intense experience that they never forget. Like they feel close to you years later. They never forget you. It's only a week.
Speaking of kissing, do you remember Alex first? He got up for an Emmy for that first show, but remember Green Hilly, the sketch? I think it was Jack Handy where he's like in a Sopra and they look and then the music comes up and he starts kissing Jan, and then he goes over here and the music comes up, he starts kissing the maid, and then he looks over and there's like a puppet in the window and he starts making out with the puppet. It's called Green Hilly. Anyway, you guys, thanks for the deep dive. I don't even know if you guys were there. You guys were in the break room.
So, John, you get on the show, and who were the hosts that first season you were on?
Oh boy,
that you remember?
Well, the very first host was Madonna.
Oh boy, was Madonna,
and she was there. She was there for 2 weeks.
Shut up. What do you mean?
She came a week early. And so the first thing I ever did on the show was a short film that I think George Meyer wrote it, and where we're in Central Park, and the scene, well, she's supposed to be driving in the country, and she keeps hearing a sound in her from under her the hood of her car. And when she opens up her hood, I jump out and attack her. And that was the first thing I did. And I remember doing that. And she was dating Sean Penn at the time, and he was watching. And I'm like, oh God, he's not going to like this, me jumping all over his girlfriend. And but she was really nice. And I ended up, I worked with her again, of course, in A League of Their Own. And she worked so hard. You know, people go, who's successful? I go, well, two of the most successful people I know are Madonna and Adam Sandler. And they also work harder. That's all they do all day, every day. They just, they're unbelievable. They just never stop. And she was the host. I remember Danny DeVito, and that was fun. No, that was later. My first year. Oh, Paul Simon. I remember having a sketch with him, and I met him in
Lauren's best friend. And so we all got to see Paul at parties and get to know Paul Simon, which was really cool.
He was very nice.
Hey, Paul.
And who I'm trying to think. God, there was Terry Garr and Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up becoming friends with both of them.
Hey, did you meet Tom Hanks there or on Big?
I met him on when he hosted SNL, and he goes, we went to lunch. And then he goes, you want to lunch? Yes, we went. He goes, and when I first met him, he goes, I think you know my girlfriend. I go, who's your girlfriend? He goes, Rita Wilson. I go, oh, Rita, of course I know Rita. And she was friends with Robin Schiff, who wrote Romeo and Michelle's that movie.
Yeah.
And Robin was in the ground. I was friends with Robin in the Groundlings. We were in the group together, and she was friends with Rita. So I'd met Rita before Tom met her, you know. And I remember one time she came by. She's always really nice. I go, what are you doing? She goes, I got this movie with John Candy and Tom Hanks called Volunteers. I'm going to go shoot it. I go, oh, that's so great.
Is that where they met?
Yeah. And trying to think who. Oh, gosh.
So, but basically, I don't know.
It was 1985. You know.
Hey, John, to set the scene for our listeners.
You're still not wearing pants. Go on.
John, I'm still not wearing pants. John gets on Saturday Night Live in one of a rebuilding year. Let's just put it that way.
No, it was the first. Yeah, but it was the first year that Lorne had come back after being away for 5 years.
And before you, it was Martin Short, Billy Crystal, Christopher Guest year, right? That was successful. Right. And then they brought in Randy Quaid and other people like that were known movie stars.
Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall, he was 17. Robert Downey Jr., he was 20. Terry Sweeney, very funny guy. Denitra Vance, God bless her soul, great. John Cusack, Dennis Miller, and Nora Dunn.
And so tell me what your mind, first of all, you're on the show. Did the show, was it immediately a little shaky? I mean, when did they get a sense of like this wasn't gelling?
What happened was the cast did gel. That's the thing. You go, how can people that talented not gel? Well, we did, but it was after the second show, I did the liar character, my second show. There's 20 shows in this season, and then Robert Smigel, you know, who you all know, was a writer. It was his first year in the show. He said, John, this does Triumph the Insult Dog. To set the scene for those of you listening.
for those who are listening, Robert Smigel is a friend of ours.
Hey, this electrician that works at NBC was just in Lauren's office, and he said that liar thing's the funniest thing I've seen in years. So Lauren goes, really? So then Lauren said, we're going to do the liar again. Why don't you write it with A. Whitney Brown? And thank God, because I didn't know what to do with the character after that. So I always give Whitney 50% credit after that. We wrote it together, and he really helped me expand the character. And I learned a lot about writing jokes from Whitney. It was great.
From San Francisco. I did stand up with him for years.
Yeah. And so we did it. But this article came out, I remember, in TV Guide. And it was already our 11th show. And it goes, Saturday Night Dead. It's no good. And the guy was reviewing the first 3 shows. He wasn't mentioning the fact that the whole country, by this point, was imitating my liar character. And there'd been a lot of sketches that were funny. And so it wasn't a total disaster, but it got slammed so much. So the last show, I didn't know if I was coming back. I didn't know who was they.
Well, just tell people about the fire
No, I am.
thing.
I am.
Yeah.
So the last show, they decided we'll just like make fun of ourselves. So Angelica Houston was the host, and then it was like special guest star Billy Martin, who was the manager of the Yankees, a really nice man, very soft spoken, but he was known as a real hothead too. So anyway, the sketch was that Billy was mad that he wasn't in the show more, so he set the studio on fire, and so that was the sketch. And so Lauren is sending everybody into the room where the fire is. Then I come along and goes, no, John, don't. All the writers were there, and he said, "Put all you writers go into that room." And then I went in. He goes, "No, John, wait downstairs for me in my limo." I'm like, "Oh, all right." And then at the end of the show, they rolled the credits, and it had a question mark after everybody's name, and everybody's like in a fire screaming.
And I'm watching that live.
Yeah, and I remember Terry Sweeney the day before was like, he didn't like the sketch. And I said, Terry, it's not a real fire. It's a sketch. It's not real. And then I thought about it, and I go, well, what if I was the one being sent into the fire? And
you would have cried.
I go, I get why you're upset, but nobody knew who was coming back. And then they said, we want people that you work well with. And I recommended Phil Hartman, Tim Stack, Lynn Stewart, and Tress McNeil from the Groundlings. And so they
did you recommend me or David?
I didn't know either of you, but I do remember.
But still,
our manager Bernie Brillstein and Brad Gray, and when Phil and I met you, Dana, in the office, and we didn't know you, but we met you for the first time. And then when you left, Phil and I go, "Oh, we hope that guy gets the show. He's so nice." You're welcome.
Yes, the late great Phil Hartman, and you. It was funny because I was in awe of the whole thing, and I'm in New York, and I'm just hanging out with you guys, and you guys knew each other very well, so you guys would often do gangster voices back and forth, right? Hey, how you doing? Right?
Yeah, we loved old movies from the 40s. Why for 2 cents? I said, yeah, what would you do for a nickel? Just cross that line. You wish I hadn't. You can see us doing that in his audition.
She said to me, Dana, why do they always talk like that? Do they do other things? I think so.
I think so.
Maybe I misremembered
but I remember
that.
you coming into my office and going, you go, let's write something together. And I'm like, well, what do you do? He goes, I'm going to hitch my wagon to a winner.
Which is
and I'm like, what are you talking about?
I think Handy wrote a sketch with Phil and Dana where Dana was a young punk. I could have played it. And then you take a hostage, and me and Matt Piedmont repeated it to this day where he goes, come on, Johnny, relax, Johnny. No one's going to hurt you, Johnny.
Yeah, I love it. Anything with Johnny. Don't be scared, Johnny. I got your best.
Well, we finally did a sketch in black and white, a spoof at the front page. And I don't remember much about it, but we're all talking like the 40s. But I remember, Dana, your language is, why I oughta pound you.
That was in Lauren thought that might be the next catchphrase, because I used to do it in my stand-up in the 40s movies. Why I oughta pound you. So I wrote my part. I did it 3 times. And Lauren thought, maybe that's the next thing. We should do another pound you sketch.
Pound you guy.
David, did you have a catchphrase when you came in, or you developed catchphrases later?
Lauren goes, I got one for you. You're fired. And I go, oh, is that a catchphrase? No, I meant, I'm sorry to say it funny. You're fired.
Well, you had bye-bye later in the...
Oh, bye-bye. And then the only first thing I got that caught on was that receptionist going, and you are... And that was the first time I did a sketch that was like an attitude instead of just jokes. Like I would do jokes on Update from my actor, jokes about going to a concert, and then just jokes about when you're at a concert and how hard it is. Having a younger attitude of like, I go to concerts and I drink. And then Conan was like, you should try to do I always tell him this, I don't know if he remembers, do more of a concept. I didn't even know what that meant for a script. He goes, it doesn't have to be just joke. And then when Patrick Swayze was the host and his handler was waiting by the writer's room on 17, and it was empty, and he was in there. And you're supposed to have access to the host. And I walk out and I start to go in to talk to him, and she stops me and goes, whoa. What, can I help you? And I go, oh, I just want to talk to Patrick. She goes, and you are? And I go, I'm a writer.
There's the catchphrase.
And this is regarding, and I go, oh, I just want to write a sketch. She goes, it's really crazy right now. Maybe you can come back later. And I go, isn't he just sitting there reading People magazine? And then she goes, yeah, it's just really tricky right now. And so I walked away. And then when I went in LA, it happened to me again. And I go, you know what? There's something funny about that. I just don't know if it's a sketch or how to formulate. I think I went to Odenkirk or those guys and said, how do you help me put this together? And it was a 5-1 sketch with MC Hammer. And then the next time it was the opening sketch.
I remember that because I'd been on a few years and I was really doing well on the show. So I would kind of tease the writers, like, because I had a part in that. Yeah, and you are. And in front of MC Hammer, I said to Smigler or somebody, go, well, what do you want? You want a big laugh here? You want an applause break? What do you need? And MC Hammer laughed so hard. He loved the idea of me being that cocky. What do you want? You want a double laugh, a little laugh, then a big laugh, and then another applause break? Anyway, our guest today is Jon Lovitz. Now, Jon,
Wait, I want to say it's weird that you said Conan said to do that because the year before, or forever, they wouldn't let me do it. I had a sketch. It was all my characters are arrogant idiots. So it was the richest man in the world, but he's an idiot. And so he's like,
of course,
well, there's like a boardroom of guy in suits, and I go, well, I'm off to safari. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Right. And then Lauren's, and I kept trying to get on. Lauren goes, you can't do a whole sketch to say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. And then I snuck it in, and then I snuck it in Tales of Ribaldry at the end. I did, bye, everybody, goodbye. And the whole room cheered. Then the next year I see David going, bye-bye. I'm like, hello. And then I see Conan going, Jon, he just wanted to say goodbye, everybody, goodbye. There was no character. No, it was Mr. Canby, the richest man in the world. And he was an idiot, but he just was lucky. So they go, where are you going? Because I'm going on safari. They go, what do we do while you're gone? I go, I don't know, buy Kit Kat. So I leave the room. And then Phil and Whitney are talking about buy Kit Kat. What a moron. You go, yeah, buy Kit Kat, And Phil hangs up the phone. No, Whitney goes, yeah, buy 100 shares of Kit Kat or something. And they're going, he's such an idiot. And then the phone rings and Phil goes, hello, what? You're kidding. What? Kit Kat just went up 300 million.
Oh, I remember this sketch.
And then I come back in and I go, hello, everybody. I forgot my wallet. And they go, Mr. Canby, Kit Kat just went up 300 million. I go, well, you see, buy what you love and you can't go wrong. And Lauren fell out laughing at that.
Well, Lauren's a great investor.
He wouldn't put it on. He wouldn't do it. And then you got bye-bye.
Oh, it never got on because I thought it was funny. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's like the thing, you do these nonsensical rhythms that make me laugh. One thing you do, I've seen you in your stand-up, you go, hello, something like, what a night, what a town, what an audience, what is this? And then you, at the end, you go, have you seen the town?
What a town, what a crowd. And have you seen the town?
Yeah, see, that is so silly and doesn't even make sense, but it makes me laugh so hard. Have you seen the town? It just I like madness. But there, you got bye-bye, you got goodbye after goodbye, and I got to go with a funny little Mr. Funny Little Poopy Head. I got to go. That was my.
I was going to say what was the point of that sketch anyway?
Well, I thought it might work. Jan, the late great Jan Hooks played Mrs. Funny Little Poopy Head. It was so I could get.
I'm going with him.
And I'm going with him. I love that Lauren would read the stage direction in our read-throughs. And so what I did in the stage direction, I made Lauren say Funny Little Poopy Head like 300 times. Funny Little Poopy Head shits down.
No one knew, but I knew. You told me, and I couldn't. I was crying laughing.
Funny Little Poopy Head gets up.
And it was just making fun of catchphrases on our show.
I was making fun of catchphrases, and Lauren knew what I was doing, but yeah,
but he didn't know about the
Funny Little Poopy Head. But Lauren has this regal kind of, super smart, funny way of speaking. So to make him say something so stupid. Anyway, so Jon Lovitz.
It was one of the funniest things ever.
This is a two-parter. This is for Dana and Jon.
Oh, God. This isn't Dana's interview. This is mine, but go ahead.
For those of you who are just joining us.
Just to set the scene, Dana's not wearing underwear. David Spade is drunk. And
no one has combed their hair.
I'm having sex with my dog.
I think it was a very interesting story to hear, even if it's a short one, that the movie Bad Boys was for you guys with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. And it was, I don't think that many people know that. I think it's unreal. Is that the year you did the American Express commercial on the Super Bowl? Was that right around then? It was
a few years after that. We did that in like 89 or 90. John and I got offered an American Express commercial, and that was the first year they kept track of them. And ours, I didn't even think it was that good, but it came out number one on the ad meter for some reason.
For the Super Bowl, we were ranked number one.
That was amazing. Yeah.
And I remember we shot it in Miami. New York was so freezing. When we get to Miami, it was so warm. It was so nice.
You're like, there's a movie here. Let's do Bad Boys.
And in the commercial was Amber Smith. She became like a Sports Illustrated model, but she was like
she's
15
gorgeous.
at the time.
Oh, she wasn't 15. Oh, forget
Yeah.
it. So they saw you two were funny together, and then Bruckheimer said maybe.
Well, they offered Dana the movie first, and then I don't know. Then I got in.
I don't remember. It was Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer just wanted to develop something with us, and that's it. It was developed, and I was just too busy. I didn't really, there was so much stuff coming at me at that time. But I'm glad that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence did it and had a great hit with it. I love everybody.
They had 5 sequels.
5 sequels.
A hit and made Will Smith a giant movie star. But hey.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he also had Independence Day and others, and he has a new book out now. I might as well plug it.
That was the first one.
Yes.
They always
quit plugging Will Smith.
Bad Boys. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Yeah, John Lovitz and Dana. I don't know why they turned it down. I'm like, oh God, fellas, let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
35 years ago.
Okay, John, I have a movie question for you. You did A League of Their Own, obviously huge. City Slickers, huge. Trapped in Paradise, you guys did pretty well. It was all right. I want to get back about how in the new SNL, like Kate McKinnon, I don't think has been on the show this year. And I think you're allowed to come and go as you please now. And you weren't allowed to do a movie. I wasn't allowed to leave to do a movie.
No, I was supposed to do a liar movie in my first year of the show, and then with Lauren, and then it didn't happen. Everyone has a different story why, but it didn't happen, and it was very disappointing. So 5 years later, I was going to do A League of Their Own and this movie, Mom and Dad Save the World, over the summer, and then back on SNL. And I was like, perfect, because I'll be on the show with movies. You're trying to build a career, and it was
a double whammy.
Amazing thing. So anyway, Mom and Dad Save the World. Big didn't shoot that summer, and then Mom and Dad Save the World had to change their schedule. And so they said they couldn't work around me. So I would have had to miss the first 2 shows. And Lawrence said, no, you can't miss shows. It's not fair to the others. I go, the others? I go, they don't care. They'd be thrilled if I'm not here. They'll be like, more airtime for me,
Yeah, I haven't even met everyone.
and I go, well, it wasn't you guys. It was on the, there's only 8 of us. And then Mike came in the last year for 4 years, basically. And so anyway, I had a decision to make. And then I said, I'm going to leave then. And then Lauren called me and goes, no, John, I don't want you to leave. You're a very important part of the show. I go, well, Lauren, I don't want to leave. I go, but this is opportunities now. My contract's up. Start me in 2 weeks, or start me, or don't pay me. Add them on to the end of the contract, or I'll sign up for 5 more years.
I like that you said you'd sign up for another year or something. Yeah.
No, they offered 2 more years. I mean, to Dana and I, Dana had another year, but it was the same pay, I think. And so it was good, but. In hindsight, I should have said to them, I should have had the producer, Michael Phillips, call Lauren and go, hey, can you, work it? And Lauren goes, well, he goes, look, John Belushi and Eckler, they would fly back and forth and do movies. And I said, I'm happy to do that, but they're saying no. And I go, since the other movie didn't happen, I go, can you let me, take this opportunity? It's coming around again, and it's like, I don't know. He said no. So I left, and he was mad at me for years that I left. And then the next year, there was Mike Myers was writing Wayne's World, and Dana goes, oh yeah, he just missed like 10 shows. I go, 10?
Did he miss 10 shows? Really?
And then that year that I left, I would be in New York, and Al Franken would call me and go, hey, you're in town. Can you be in a sketch? I go, okay. So I would do it. And then Dana, of course, would tease me. I don't know. I'm crazy. Maybe I just like being in front of 20 million people a week. But I'm nuts like that. And then I'd be on the show. And then one time Lawrence says, "Oh, you could have missed shows." I go, "What? Let me miss shows. I'd have been here." Because Lawrence said, "You can't miss them this year, but you can miss them the next year." I said, "But I have the movie now. Maybe I don't know what's the difference." But anyway, I understood from his point of view, like, hey, they're hiring you because of this show.
Yeah.
Right. So don't forget that. I didn't think of that, to be honest. It's stupid.
Well, things have changed. You know, it was the 90s. You weren't even supposed to really do commercials. That was considered a sellout. And I'm glad to see SNL cast members doing a lot of ads while they're on the show. I'm envious, and I also think it's great.
No, Dana, we did the Super Bowl commercial, and then the next year they hired Paul Newman for American Express. He came in third. So then they hired us back the next year. And we're at the writer's room, and Jim Downey, he's making fun of me, like, oh, you did that commercial? He goes, what'd they pay you? Like, $100,000. And I just looked at him, I go, try a house. And they got really quiet.
A classy one-off.
But we were dead broke when we got the show. You know what I mean? So any amount of money seemed like a ton. I remember my first year in the show, I saved my checks. I went to the bank to deposit $5,000, and I got nauseated because it felt like so much money, because the most I ever had in my bank account in my life was $1,000, once in high school and once when I moved back home after college and saved my money. Out.
Now 5,000 seems like 4,600 to me. All right, I'll let Dana talk.
Just to set the scene, I'm funny. David and Dana aren't.
Well, let's talk about, I mean, we had stand-up, which is a baseline for your career in a way financially. You know,
which
it's
I'm
like
doing
being
now.
You can always go out and do stand-up, which is a great thing to have.
But the truth is, I've said to Lauren a million times, thank you for giving me the life I've always dreamed of. And I can't believe I was on the show. The whole time I was on Saturday Night Live, I couldn't say Saturday Night Live. I go, yeah, I'm on Saturday Night Live. I couldn't say live. I never got over the fact that I was there and on it, but I loved it. And just talking about it, it's like I'm right back on it, and every little detail pops in my head. Very intense experience.
I think we're all very thankful that everything really goes back to that. I mean, if you look at the percentages of the, I had a guy come look at my house to help me do it, and he goes, "You have a lot of pictures of yourself." Pictures of yourself, and I go, well, most of those are like old cool ones from SNL. Like I'm doing promos, and I've got the paper, and I'm pointing at the camera, and it's Phil as Clinton with Mick Jagger. Yeah, I mean, they're not on the outside of the house; they're in my fucking office.
Yeah, but shingles.
It's like Lauren in the background, Phil, Mick Jagger, and Luke Perry was a host. And it looks like I'm directing because I got handed promos, which they didn't realize was like a crummy job. But you get to on Thursdays go with the host and go with the music, and you get to go down there and deal with them for promos. I'm like, Kurt Cobain, oh, your line is in green. You get to talk to them and interact, and it's kind of fun. And you have to write little dumb promos. But those pictures are around, and I don't really get Saturday Night Live anymore. Like people are like, oh, I saw you on Saturday Night Live, but it's on Peacock now, and they have reruns. So it's a huge part of everything, of course.
You get people saying to you, I saw your Peacock?
John.
Oh, and time. I just won $5.
Just to set the scene.
Just to set the scene. Do you guys remember Luke Perry?
I remember not wearing any pants.
Luke Perry stood out to me among the 130 shows I did as one of the nicest, most approachable hosts. I just remember really liking him.
And very famous at the time. Huge.
Very, very famous. But he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he passed away. But I just remember him being just very approachable and really nice.
Yeah, I'd met him not on the show, but years later. Yeah, very nice guy. Really nice. In fact, you know what he did? I just remember this. I'd met him. Maybe I'd met him on the show. I wasn't on the show when he hosted, but I met him. And I said, he's on, was it Melrose Place, right? No, Beverly Hills 90210. Mm-hmm. Beverly Hills 90210. He was like the biggest teen thing. So my niece was like 12 or 13. So I said, hey, do you think I could bring my niece to the set to meet you? He goes, yeah, we'll set it up. I go, she'd be like so. And he did. And when she got there, she couldn't believe it. And then
they had sex?
He goes, well, let's take a picture. And he sat her on his lap, and then right when they took the picture, he kissed her on the cheek, and she like turned red, And she came home, and she got on the phone. I could hear her screaming to her girlfriend, I met Luke Perry. And it was really great. He knew what it meant. And he was, it was sad that he passed away. He was a very nice guy. Well, we're talking so much about me. Let's talk about you guys. Dana and David, what was the favorite character of mine that you liked?
I like when you were in Benchwarmers. I hear a lot about Benchwarmers. Do you, John?
Yeah.
Benchwarmers is great.
Benchwarmers is just one of those movies that just made you feel good. It was just kind of fun, light vibe to it.
Dana, what is it about me that you admire the most?
And then David, you can go. I don't know if anything comes to mind. I like when you sing opera.
Your funniness. We have a puppet? Okay.
Is that Yoda? So, Lovitz, you have a great singing voice. I think when you're on the show, singing really helps. Dana can sing chopping broccoli. You can sing.
That was Dana chopping broccoli.
Right, but John has a great singing voice, like a big voice. That's another one of your attributes. But
would you like me to sing for you now?
Yes. I know it's going to happen right now. Jesus, you blew out the Zoom. I mean,
oh my God, the ratings just spiked up.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
What was the Tales of
Ribaldry? John Bowman and Christine Zander wrote it. That was one of those sketches that was.
What does it mean?
It was so well written. You had to raise yourself to the level of the sketch. A lot of sketches weren't funny, and Lauren would yell at me, goes, "It's your job to make them funny." I said, "Well, I can't make a rose smell like shit." I had that line all prepared for him. And he goes, "No," I go, I can't make shit smell like a rose." And he goes, "That's your job." You had a great
relationship with your boss.
To be funny. So I said, "Okay, so fine. So you're telling me," because my first year on the show, I did this sketch, and Al Franken and Jim Downey, who I love, are giving right before the sketch, are telling me to do two completely opposite things.
Oh, listen to Downey.
Two opposite notes. And I'm like, what do I do? So Lauren said, fuck the writers. I hired you to be funny. That's your job. I said, okay, so you're telling me if the writers tell me to do something a certain way and I think they're wrong and I don't think it's funny, I don't have to do it? He goes, right. I go, okay. So many times, like, Al, go do it like this. I'm like, nope.
Jeez.
I'm not having Lauren yell at me again. And then I would do the sketch on air, and then Al would run up and hug me. I go, that was so great. I go, wow, that's what I've been talking about all week. Can we just and that would happen over and over.
Do it this way.
The Tales of Ribaldry, they wrote it so well that I had to really work that. You had to raise yourself to the level of it. And then I did something on air, which I think I rarely did, which I know Dana did all the time. When you think George Bush was, you just go, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to riff on it and add little moments. And it's like you're improvising on air. So when I knew they'd be cutting back to me, and in my head, I'm like, what am I going to do? So one time they cut back, and I went, they're fighting, and the two women are fighting. And I went, wow,
Let me ask you guys a question. Did you do this thing when it's a commercial break and everyone's running around, you're getting ready for a sketch or a cold opening? So the audience is seeing you in your makeup, whatever you're wearing, you're going on the stage. I always tried to get them to understand that I was loose or try to signal something funny. Because a lot of times when the cold opening starts, you hear a laugh right before it starts. And that's because it's 5 seconds, Joe, just go 5 seconds. And then if you signal to the audience that you're being playful, it seems like it gives you a leg up. It definitely relaxes me a little bit. If you get a laugh before it starts. Did you do that?
Or they go 5 seconds, then you go, I'm not ready. Or you go, places everyone. Then they laugh before they come onto the broadcast.
That's it. Yeah.
And then they laugh and they like you already. And then they're ready to go.
I never did that because I'm professional.
Huh. And how?
I don't need to get them laughing before the sketch starts. I know I'll be funny.
Save it for the stage.
Save it for air.
We should explain what this is. This is John and I teasing each other for years, where it was just doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. It's a thing that I would do for some reason. Conan does it every time I talk to him. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. It's
Dana, we did a sketch with Robert Wagner when he hosted, and we
did that
with him. One of the funniest things in the show is. An important part of the show was Dana and I, as you know, we would always talk about. In fact, it was Dana going, "We got to talk." Right? He goes, "We got to talk about how competitive it is, and we're friends, but we're competing against each other." And I go, "I know." He goes, "Well, let's talk about it and get it in the open." because
make
really
it funny.
close friends. And I go, you're right, and I go, well, it's just the way it is, so let's just be careful that it doesn't, harm our friendship, because we're friends, but we're competing, and that's just the way it is. But anyway, it was funny. So at one time, one of the best hosts, everyone was so excited, was William Shatner. I remember Dennis Miller at read through, he'd always be kind of, grumpy, because he wasn't in a lot or whatever. And I go, Dana, and he goes, why aren't I in any sketches? I go, Dennis, you got to hang out all night. You're not here. Like, hang out, participate on Tuesday night. When we write it, you'll get in more. But anyway, so, he didn't have a lot to do at read through. So he would just, he'd be a little grumpy. So when William Shatner hosted, I looked around, even Dennis, everybody had the biggest smile on their face, and Dennis was beaming. And we're like, I remember I'm sitting next to, on my left is William Shatner, and Dana's on my right. We're like, it's Kirk. It's Star Trek. We were just thrilled. And I learned how to do the show from him. He made it look so easy. But also that show, Dana would come up to me, John, what? I'm in 3 sketches. That's where 3.
No, didn't I play 3 characters in the Star Trek restaurant scene? I did Khan. I played an ensign. I don't remember.
I don't know, but you're going 3.
3.
Not competitive. I'm in 3 sketches. And William Shatner hosted the show. He made it look so easy. I go, how do you do that? He goes, just do it. And so, and one time, the Star Trek sketch, I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm trying to figure out how to play this, the scene, the part. I go, but how to play the part? Aren't you Kirk? You forget, no, he's an actor playing. But anyway, the next week I thought, all right, well, what are they? Because they would get you all riled up and tense every week. And did you do this? Did you do that? Constantly. So I just said, well, what do they ask me to do? I walk in a door, and then I stop behind the couch, and then I say something. I go, so walk and talk. I simplified it to that. So I'd come in, walk in. Hey, you guys want to get something to eat? Right. That was it. So I did the show that way without putting any stress on myself. And I thought for sure I wouldn't be funny. And after the show, I thought, well, I wasn't less funny and I wasn't more funny. I was the same. And I remember thinking, what have I been putting myself through every week? And after that, the show it became very relaxed to do, especially when I had like one line or two. So I remember one time there's 10 of us in a line, and Mike Myers is in front of me, and he's all tense because they're getting him. And I'm like, as loose as pie. I just couldn't give a shit. And I tap Mike on the shoulder. He's like, what? I go, Mike, what are you looking at me for? Pay attention to the scene. He's like, stop it.
Just teasing him. Yeah. Everyone we've talked about this is like, it takes time.
It's so easy. You just walk and go, hey,
Well, I think you get confident, the audience discovers you, and then you get playful, and then they sense it, and it builds on itself. You see it with cast members now. It usually takes a few seasons, unless your name is Eddie Murphy or something. Had such confidence at 19. That's yeah, mysterious to me, how brilliant he was at 19. But most people it would take 2, 3, 4 years of seasons to get really comfortable. Anyway, I'm also.
It took me I was nervous, but my first sketch, I was really nervous. And
why wouldn't you be
watching? And then I went, oh wait, the West Coast isn't watching. That crosses.
So you were relaxed.
No, now I go, that's 10 million less. But now the whole country watches it at once. But during that show, there was a sketch where Madonna and I were Prince Charles and Diana. So you have cue cards, right? So anyway, we're doing the sketch on air, and she accidentally said my lines, off the cue card and said hers. So all of a sudden, I went, oops. And all my experience kicked in from, doing plays in high school and 4 years.
So you took your pants off?
College, doing 21 plays in the Groundlings. And I took her line and turned it around, and then to my line. And all of a sudden I went, oh, and then, the focus wasn't on me. It was on the sketch, David.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. I remember doing Toonces the Cat, where you're in the car and the cat's the driver. It was a Jack Handy sketch. And Victoria and I, again, Victoria, but she was so funny to me. We have giant cue cards and she's not saying her line. So you have to kind of kick the person. I'm kind of like kicking her and no one can see. Anyway.
You're like, oh, am I up? You're like, you have 2 lines, get them.
But she was incredibly charming and funny when I was on the show.
Victoria.
Yeah.
By the way, I never told you this, Dana, but I was in Toonces the Cat. I was
You were the cat.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, the makeup was
Little
extraordinary.
thing called acting. Yeah. You thought it was a puppet?
All right, boy. Got to look at where the time's gone.
I just wanted to give you a chance to. John became a stand-up maybe 20 years ago now, 18 years ago. So John Lovitz plays all over the country, and he's out there doing stand-up. He's a great stand-up.
Very
John?
funny, obviously.
Yes. I started where I would host shows by Kevin Nealon and Victoria would do 20 minutes, and Norm Macdonald. And then I would open for Norm, and then co-headline, and then I started doing it. But I would do that for, remember you, David, and you, Dana, and Dennis Miller did a show once. I hosted that.
Yeah.
And I love doing it. But Dana, I wouldn't. Dennis Miller is the first one. He goes, "You should be a stand-up." I used to do Woody Allen and Lenny Bruce's routines in my dorm, and he brought me to Catch a Rising Star in like '85, and I just bombed as I didn't know what I was doing. But Dana always said you could do a stand-up, and Dana, you know, I always credit you. You saved me years with your tips on how to be a stand-up. So I owe you a big part of that stand-up career. I don't know, David. I don't.
Well, that's very nice. I'm glad, but I when I meet people who
David,
are funny,
I owe a round of golf.
It's only a matter of. Well, you bench warmers, you guys should have been starting varsity as far as
Bench warmers is great. I love bench warmers.
Absolutely.
Number 7.
I like any movie where you talk
Quiet,
like
number 7.
Quiet. So funny. Quiet is always.
But
funny.
you guys are great stand-up, so it's an honor to be a part of that fraternity. But it's been a lot of a lifesaver, and I feel like I always wanted to do it. I used to do Woody Allen and Lenny Bruce's routines in my dorm.
Yeah.
And right after college, I went to a workshop at the Comedy Store in '79, and they go, "They're not hiring stand-ups for sitcoms." And I go, "Oh, so I guess I'll skip that step," you know. But I started.
It's portable, and you can do it. You can go away from it for a while, come back to it.
I love it. I love like Saturday Night Live, writing and performing my own material, and that's what I love best about SNL. One of the you guys, the people, the comedians.
Okay, David has a question or a summation.
Just to set the scene, this is David and Dana's podcast, and David at Spade has a question.
You're listening to John Lovitz, David Spade, and Dana
I think
Farfel.
my mic
Dana
is
Carvey.
barely on, but I will say this. Dana, when I started, I don't know if this is with you. Maybe it's still. Stand-ups were looked down upon for acting and sitcoms and everything because they were thought of as selfish and couldn't interact with others. So on SNL, like Groundlings and all those people and sketch players, Second City, were a priority because they had more faith they could do sketches. And with us, you've seen comics that get their own show or something, it just doesn't work. And then you hear the low, quiet whisper, they can't act. And that's brutal. So I think when I started, they were like, "But Kenny," and the first audition I had, they said I can't act. And I couldn't. I didn't know, but I had to go to 2 years of intensive training.
Where who? I have never heard you say that.
Oh, really?
You studied acting with who?
Why do you think I'm so great at it?
You are great at it, but who did you study with?
Sandy Meisner?
I was like, I went to Roy London's class, but he was full. I think Brad was in there. Maybe you were in there. And then I went to
taught Roy London.
I went to Ivana Chubbuck, and she was
the late great Roy London
teaching for Roy as his understudy, and then she got huge in her own way because Roy passed away, and then she was doing it. But I took it. Schneider took it. I had this is quickly. Then I got to go, you guys. I can't do this all day. But
You're getting paid, for Christ's sake. I'm not.
I thought we were splitting this.
You're getting a gift basket with fresh fruit, chocolates, and white wine.
I don't have time for this. I'm doing it for free.
You know how you tip the bottle.
Anyway, David, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I think you did, but I did. I came out and I thought I was like Eddie Murphy because you feel like you don't need lessons. I thought I was naturally funny, and so I do auditions. And then Lee Grant, you wouldn't know this, but she's a famous actress. She's a director, and she was doing a movie, and she needed a kid to play 17. And she goes, "You're 20?" She saw me at the Improv. She goes, "You could play this in 2 seconds. It's the lead in a movie, and I'm just going to give it to you. Just come to the house, read a few lines, and I'll go in there with you, and we got our movie." And I was so excited. And I read the scene with her, and I could see in her eyes, she goes, do it again. Just hang on. Just do it again. And I do it again. And she goes, oh, I can't use you. I was like, oh my God, why? She goes, you're kind of just performing it. You're not really acting. You're just trying to get laughs. And I'm like, I know, but, and she's like, I can't. She goes, go take some classes because you'll be great, but you just got to work. And I go, but I'm still doing the movie, right? She's like, no, I can't. It was such a heartbreaker.
No, but here's the thing she should have said when she said, I can't use you. And you're like, why? Because da-da-da. She goes, okay, you know the way you're talking to me right now? You go, yeah. She goes, read it like that. Don't perform. Read it like you just talked to me right now. That's what she should have said. And then you would have read it like that. She goes, okay.
I know. She didn't want to take time. So anyway.
No, that took 2 seconds. Doing stand-up is, I remember someone said that they said, Jerry Seinfeld said it's a dialogue. It's not a monologue. Like people learn it like a monologue, like an actor in the beginning. And I thought, yeah, isn't that what you do? And he's like, no. And they said, no, he said, it's a dialogue between you and the audience. And I thought, how could it be a dialogue? I'm the only one talking. And then I realized, because it's like I'm talking to you guys now and you're listening going, it's that. So I go, instead of you're talking to audience, you're talking to one guy and whatever you react. It's not that complicated. People do it all the time. It's just practice.
Anyway, John, you've been a pleasure.
I think, David, you're a very good actor, by the way. Especially in The Wrong Missy.
Oh, yeah. Were you in The Wrong Missy or no?
No, I was supposed to be, but you cast someone else.
Oh. You were supposed to be in Just Shoot Me, remember?
Yeah, another thing. Bad Boys, Just Shoot Me. Home Alone.
We all should have done stuff. Oh, yeah, Home Alone, too. Shit.
Well, maybe. They wanted to meet with me really bad, and I go, it's a kid's movie. I don't want to be second fiddle to some kid. Then it begins the biggest comedy in the history of motion pictures. So then I said, I'll meet on the second one. And they go, no, the director, Chris Columbus, says, no, you wouldn't meet on the first one, so he won't meet you now. I go, did I hurt his movie?
Well, in fairness, a movie about a 10-year-old, you just don't know if it's going to be funny. You just don't know.
The script was funny, but I didn't think I could play the part. Because it was very reactive. And
of a doofus?
I'm not good at like...
And that was Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci? Or they were the second one?
Daniel Stern part. I'm not good at like making faces. And
I have faith you could play it too big.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I just did it now, but...
Well, it's a cartoon, basically, kind of. Oh, there he is. All right.
Bye.
Fly on the Wall has been a presentation of Cadence 13.
Please listen, then rate, review, and follow all episodes.
Executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Chris Corcoran of Cadence 13, and Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment. Production and engineering led by Greg Holtzman, Richard Cook, Serena Regan, and Chris Basil of Cadence 13. Trait on this podcast.
On this stupid shit, it's easy. I zone out, let you take over. No, it's actually, this is the fun one because we don't have to know anything about the guests or anything. We just come in here and riff on subjects. Sometimes it works.
Sometimes you're just hanging out with us, and hopefully it's kind of fun because you're seeing us.
You know what it is? People say, this is like what it would be like if you and Dana were just together sitting on his bed in his room talking.
Pretty much. And
sitting on your bed.
That's worth everything. If we had seen Charlie Chaplin and Lou Costello hanging, I'm not saying we're that level, but those two guys hanging out and talking.
It'd be fun.
I would listen to it.
I would listen. Now listen, people in YouTube, they say all these nice things. I always say that, but it's true. And then sometimes they give me suggestions like, I think you should do more of this. I'm sorry, on your free podcast that costs absolutely nothing.
While you're doing something else and fast forwarding over our award-winning commercials, nobody gives it up like.
No, nobody gives it up like
I almost teared up doing ads last week.
We should call this podcast In the Background. We just play it in the background. Just put it on your TV and then just hear like little bits of it. That's all you need.
To listen to this podcast properly, make sure you're doing a physical activity and your mind is completely preoccupied, gardening, lifting weights, driving on the Autobahn, because there are fans in Germany. Sorry.
Sure.
See, Kyle.
I'll tell you one thing that happened on the road. Now, we all know that I'm a road hack.
I know. And then I do want to go over your dates only because I want to hear what towns you're going to see if I've played those towns and then see how many people you draw. And then we can contrast and compare. But first of all, contrast.
Heather, pull up the dates anyway. I know some of them will test me. So right now I just did a couple and then now I'm back. But we got coming up. We got
how'd they go?
Hartford, Providence.
Okay.
That's Friday, Saturday. I'll be doing
so
Hartford
those are
tonight.
both in Connecticut. No, Rhode Island. No, Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island. Kyle Dunnigan's going to join me. That funny guy.
Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah, not funny. He's out there. So I said, come over and go on with me.
That's cool.
Vegas with Nikki after that, end of September. And then I got a four-day Florida run with Catherine Blanford and Bobby Miyamoto. We got West Palm Beach, Fort Myers, Melbourne, Daytona Beach. Then I go to Denver for a special taping and then Kansas City.
Whoa.
Chiefs.
I mean, so you're going to do 4 in
Thank you.
4 in Florida and then head right to Denver and shoot your special.
It's the 4 in Florida tour.
4 in Florida is to warm you up. Because you don't have your act cold. We understand you have a teleprompter.
It's pretty good.
Most of the time.
No, I don't. I did a corporate last night. I have 2 this week, which is great. I love them. Last night was for lawyers. You have to do a little jibber jabber up front. You know, they
yeah.
If
Definitely.
you want to say, they don't even tell you. They say do whatever you want, but they totally take care of you. It's always nice.
Yeah. I love them. Yeah.
And so it was not just 500 lawyers. It was lawyers that were injury lawyers. Personal injury. So
really,
of course, I made fun of them, and then I made fun of the CEO. It's always funny. And then this week I go do is 11,000 people. I didn't even know that. I just saw it said crowd size roughly 11,000. I go, what?
Is that in Vegas? Usually that's a convention.
That one's
town.
in Boston. That's on the way to my Providence show.
11,000.
I know, isn't that crazy? They said Ryan Reynolds is doing something. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, it'll be fun. But here's what I will tell you. My one story from the road is I had to do a Zoom doctor appointment. Our favorite things, I guess, because we're old, is to go to doctors.
I love it.
Heather doesn't even know this. So I go to the Zoom and I have an undisclosed, just a thing that, of course, you get nervous. You go, can I just talk to you about something? So I zoom in and here's the doctor like this in the Zoom. And then way back by the Bruce Lee skateboard, there's a young Asian woman on a computer like this. You know what I mean?
Taking notes.
Yeah, I see her back there. And I'm like, and then he's like, so what can I do for you? And then she's like back there just going, and then I go, well, I got this and that. And he goes, okay. Can you take off your shirt for me? And I see her like this.
Really?
Yeah. And then I go, what, and then I comply because I'm easily manipulated.
Plot is thickening. I'm very curious right now.
Yeah, I know.
What you got.
It's very vague.
But
I know.
the fans, okay, I want to hear you.
The fans get, and then I hear her go, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, what's that back there? He's like, oh, she's just taking notes. She's like, don't listen to her. And I'm like, well, and then she's like, jelly roll. And I go, okay, if you wrote jelly roll, that's not a medicinal term.
So she's critiquing your body with slang in the background. Yeah. This is a hell of a
terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, and then he's like, can I see under your nuts, please? And she's like, she looks up like it's fucking...
don't say nuts.
Well, he said ball sack or something.
Well, no, they don't.
He said his nardules.
You got a weird doctor. I don't know. I've heard about this being a scam. Was he Nigerian?
Well, it was an incoming call, but he said he was a doctor.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Let's see. Okay.
It was a Zoom. It was a FaceTime. And it says, I go, this is Dr. Potential Spam.
Yeah.
And
okay.
so,
that's the first tell. So then what happened?
Should that be the name of my special? Potential Spam.
I used to go, that should be a rapper. If I was going to be a hip hop guy, I'd be called Potential Spam.
That's a good one. Well, okay. So anyway, let's see the undercarriage of your nutsack, please. This is their doctor ordering it. Please just do it.
Is he miming out what he would be doing to you if he was in the room?
He goes like
with
this,
you?
Give it the lift and give it that. And then turn around and bend over. And I'm like, is this still about my cough?
And now
he's like,
could
yeah,
you-
Yeah, what do you say?
Could you punch him like a speed bag just with your hand? Let me just see you do that.
Hara, 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 hara.
I have not heard.
Dish.
Okay, so then what happened?
And then the lady in the back keeps going. I don't like when she looks up. It's always something gross. All right, now can you maybe spread your butt cheek? I go, you're not looking, you're just listening. You don't need to look and listen, right?
Right.
Anyway, that's all.
Well, but can you give the fans out here, and maybe for me, that tele number?
Oh, you want to do this stuff? It's kind
No.
of fun.
I'll tell you one thing I happened to me that was embarrassing.
It's called
I don't know if I ever
Chatterbait.
mentioned this, but I went in for a hernia check,
Mhm.
right? And I was at Cedars-Sinai. Hernia check ended up being not. But the
Okay.
guy comes in, he's 60, balding, nice guy, kind of burly. Hey,
I know this guy.
I've got a trainee here who's just going to watch the
yeah.
whole thing. Now,
Mhm.
I'm not going to exaggerate. I mean, literally, Beyonce came in the room. I mean, literally, I said, is Beyonce here? She looked exactly, and so
Oh, that hot?
unbelievably attractive African-American woman that looked exactly like Beyonce. So at first I tried to get out, and he goes, too late. I said, I don't want to do this. So then I had to stand up, face away from Beyonce, Nurse Beyonce,
Yeah.
drop my drawers while he's
With
doing
your-
all this stuff. And I thought, what does Nurse Beyonce think of my ass? That's all I thought.
What about your pup tent you had? You had threw a 2-man North Face out there.
I could not go there. I mean, you're visual. You're visual. I'm more emotional. If you see something,
Well, how emotional did you get with her in 35 seconds?
no, I just did not feel like it was anything romantic.
It's a cold room. It's a tough room.
Well,
It
what I
is. It's
wanted to
tough.
say to the doctor, do you agree with me that this trainee doctor looks exactly like Beyonce? Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
know that. Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you tell her
Mic drop. It was Beyonce. Good night.
it was?
Mhm. No.
What if it was like a prank show?
Is it Beyonce or not?
Beyonce's going to be shaving your
Mhm.
testicles right now, and let's look at a clip.
We've referred to testicles 7 times in the first.
I know this.
9 minutes.
I can't. I have another one. I'll wait for next week. Okay. So what else is going on in your world?
that was
Dana,
a good
before we
one.
Get into
I was just musing on a couple things. One was the celebrity endorsement, like obviously Taylor Swift.
Hmm.
And today, Billie Eilish, who I am a huge fan of, came
for
out
politics
for
endorsement.
politics,
Okay.
endorsed Kamala. And I don't know if you saw I guess it was a TikTok clip, and Billie Eilish said, I will want you to vote for Kamala Harris. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
she did.
I want you Kamala Harris.
Yes.
So she did the whisper singing. But anyway, I don't think there's ever been a time when celebrity endorsements for political office have not influenced the election. My dad voted for Ronald Reagan, and I said, what made you vote for him? He goes, oh, Jesus Christ, Glenn Campbell endorsed him. I go, why would you listen to Glenn Campbell? Because I like Wichita linemen.
Lineman. That's a good song, though.
Do you remember one? Do you remember a celebrity? I'm throwing at the ball to your court. Do you remember a celebrity endorsement through political history that
I
turned
was
the
young,
election?
but I was I was a little I was sort of wavering, but when Spuds McKenzie came out for Jimmy Carter, do you remember Spuds McKenzie, the Bud Light dog? It was the dog with a spot in his eye, but he was at all the fraternity parties, and I was like,
Yeah.
this fucking dude knows what's up. Lassie had a big say in what I did. But these were just animals. But there's
I want to thank. Mm-hmm.
regular people. I guess it's good. I mean, I figured Taylor Swift was probably leaning that way. Billie Eilish too. I mean, I don't think it's a shocker. I think
I
it's
like
a
them
shocker
both.
if someone you don't think is pushing for someone you don't think they would.
Well,
Right.
it goes with Elon Musk or anyone. If you are following the endorsement of anyone who's worth at least 200 million to $1 billion, they might have different problems than you have.
Hmm.
Say political, they live in a different universe.
By meaning they have no problems.
I didn't want to say. We've both been on
No.
private jets. Most
Yeah.
people have never been on one. It's so different, you could never describe it. It's redonkulous. And so
It is borderline redonkulous.
Mhm.
It's another good special name. I'll write that one down.
Now, moving on, the Trump assassination attempt number 2. There's already a special on Netflix about it.
Has there been any since we started this podcast?
Mm-hmm. Well, now
Number
they
3
have
and
to
4?
double down because Trump is not only a golfer. Like
They're not even trying anymore.
he bowls. He's a bowler. So I'm just thinking it's not like Spy versus Spy. Like his ball will come up and it'll have a fuse.
Explode. That's funny. Trump, that's a bomb.
I
Strike.
didn't think so. That's my ball. Let me have it here. So they have
Dude,
to
he's
now. The Secret Service has to account. He loves to play pinball. They got to have, the ball goes up and everything's exploding. So there's going to be more recreational, croquet. Trump plays croquet. Here we go.
Yeah.
We get right through the little metal cage.
I think everyone's got, well, I don't want to give ideas of how to do it. I'm just saying that this last guy wasn't really even trying. I think he had a gun. He was in the bushes. And there was an AK, right?
Well,
He
yeah,
had an
that's
AK.
trying. I would put that in the category of trying, hiding
But
in
I
the
didn't
bushes.
hear any whizzing bullets. I didn't see. I don't think he actually shot the gun. I don't.
That's because he made a rookie mistake. He stuck
caught
the
him.
he hit. I keep doing Senator
like
John
a cartoon.
Kennedy.
He stuck.
No,
the
yeah, he
barrel.
hit in the bushes, and then like an
The
idiot,
barrel.
he stuck the barrel out from the bushes, and they had one guy up there with like a pistol or something, Secret Service guy checking it out. He saw the barrel.
Right.
It's like, I thought I saw a wascooey wabbit, and then he
Yeah.
started shooting at the guy, and the guy said, I really like Trump. And he threw his gun up in the air and started running.
Oh my God! At least one of the Secret Service guys gets binoculars. They do have to share it, but let's get those guys loaded a little better. I know he's not the real president, but let's
Well,
keep our eyes peeled.
What they really needed was a K9 team. Now, if you have a K9
If you have a K9,
a K9,
a K9 team, is that what you're saying?
yeah, you get a K9 team. So you have 4 German Shepherds all over that golf course. I'm doing you now. That guy doesn't have a chance, but I think it's kind of
They see a
brilliant.
gun, they go. They're pointing.
The Secret Service guys, where, boy? Where?
Where?
Over here. And
Right.
point-
Yeah.
right there. Points with his paw.
Right. Now, was there a K9 team sniffing around the premises?
Well, I don't know, Senator John Kennedy. Well,
Can I read you a letter? I have a letter right in front of me.
go ahead.
That's it.
Now, here he uses the glasses. Now, I understand your words, not mine, that you indicated, he's talking to a Secret Service guy,
Yeah.
that perhaps professional golfer Brooke Koepka, did I pronounce that right? That he had shot 3 over par on the hole. And not shots fired, whatever. I see him out of time.
Now is it Kepka? I'm seeing it's Keo. Now, what is that? Is that
Now,
you pronounce the
There's
hard
one
O?
called Shambo. Did I get that right? Bryson Shambo.
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau, professional golfer. Your words, not mine.
Any relation to Dennis D. Concini? Remember him?
Yeah.
Is he from
And-
Arizona?
Now, you said
go
that
ahead.
Lee Trevino was also spotted on the golf course. Is that your words, not mine? Did I get that right?
Am I close?
All right. I just wanted a taste.
No, we have to get him in every time.
A little bit. We don't want to torture our fan base.
Oh, and more serious news, Dana. This just in.
This just in.
Your bud, Puff Daddy. I know you have all his records. Does he have any records? Got busted, and now they said we saw that coming, I guess. But they said they found is this right? 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house when they raided it. Too much.
Is that
Too
right,
many.
Ed? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
By the way,
Is that what they-
they clown him because Look at how they pick the funniest picture of these happy against sex trafficking.
I know. He's like a college senior going, "Hey, the team's playing tonight." And they're just looking underneath him. He looks hysterical. So sweet. Oh, man. I'm just saying, P. Diddy, what are you doing, P. Diddy? What the heck?
Dude, 1,000 bottles of oil. I don't see him at Costco. You have to buy it in bulk. You can't go to Circle K and buy 3 at a time. That's what you have to do, actually. You can't buy all those. That's red flag. You send your little henchmen in 3 at a time till you get to 1,000. Now, listen, I have 300 bottles, but that's normal. 1,000 is too much. It's too much.
It's hard to work for P. Diddy. Like, they got to 500. They go, "Boss, is this good? That's 500 bottles more."
But we're not even close to running out.
I want more, I tell you. That's actually his real speaking voice.
That's Puff Daddy?
Why? Yes, it is. When I'm not doing my rapper guy, I talk like this. I want more baby oil than a man could shake a stick at. I want over 1,000 bottles of good old-fashioned baby oil.
Baby oil. I feel like this might be an Al Capone situation where they get him on hoarding baby oil. You know what I mean?
Right.
Al Capone.
He gets off on all the incredibly bizarre Jeffrey Epstein style charges, and it all is on too much baby oil.
Al Capone, for the younger viewers, was sort of a criminal, but they got him on taxes.
Sort of a criminal. Yeah, he was like a gangster. I mean, he had henchmen and stuff, and they tried to get him on bootlegging. Back then, you could go to jail for drinking a bottle of beer. Yeah. And then they got him on tax evasion.
Tax evasion, yeah.
Tax evasion.
So it might be that kind of situation. And now a word from our sponsors at Betterment. Do you want your money to be motivated? Do you want your money to rise and grind? Do you think your money should get up and work? Well, don't worry. Betterment is here to help. Betterment is the automated investing and savings app that makes your money hustle. Their automated technology is built to help maximize returns, meaning you can invest with Betterment.
Your money can auto-adjust as you get closer to your goal. Rebalance if your portfolio gets too far out of line, and your dividends are automatically reinvested. That can increase the potential for compound returns. In other words, your money is working like a dog while you can be sleeping like one and snoring like one too. You'll never picture your money the same way again. Betterment, the automated investing and savings app that makes your money hustle.
Visit Betterment.com to get started. Investing involves risk. Performance is not guaranteed. But let's get to the headlines. Puff Daddy, good luck to you.
Puff Daddy.
Why are we saying that?
Surprisingly, he didn't look puffy at all in court. He looked very rested.
He looked good. Mm-hmm. That's what 100 million will do to you. Okay, so we're doing a video because Britney, we always talk about Britney and everyone loves Britney.
Yes.
She does these videos that are a little kooky, but they're getting kookier. Now, this is about teeth.
Okay, let me see.
So this just does not look like Britney as I recall.
Right now, it doesn't look like her.
Let's play a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, go to the end if it's working. Well, just first of all.
Okay, so did
even
you
her
guys
voice.
watch the VMAs? I didn't watch the VMAs, but I did see stuff on my phone from YouTube of Sabrina Carpenter.
It's scratchy.
Why is she kissing an alien?
All right, who's writing her bits?
I adore her.
Actually, skip to the end so we can see the teeth a little better.
That's not her.
Go back.
This is her.
No, right there. Look.
This is from her. Look at the teeth.
Carpenter. She was like, she said something.
We'll show a picture of her after.
Scariest humans I've ever seen.
Cool. She made me cool. Okay.
Right.
I think it's
a picture of her. What we normally.
I think it's a good impression. I don't think it's her.
But now that was on her regular Instagram, I think.
Oh, really? But what's with the teeth? So she put in teeth that made her teeth.
There's
all
the
decayed?
Britney we recall.
Yeah.
Fucking Hollywood. How do I have my teeth still?
What was
this
that
place is a beating.
I know. What was the horror film where the witch woman crawled through the television set?
That's The Ring.
Heather, Greg.
Poltergeist. I said The Ring.
The Ring.
Both
the Ring.
Right.
They're both right. I would say The Ring. She looked like she crawled through the TV set on The Ring. Mm-hmm.
They're doing a remake. It's called The Ring Light, and it's filmed in your bedroom. Look behind your head. There's a ring light.
I know. Look,
Make it look like your earring.
Oh. Okay.
Other way. There you go. Oh, boy.
This is just messing with my brain.
Yeah, Dana saw that she's making sure make sure you saw the huge gaps in her teeth. It was like this. Brittany, I mean, she needs to be choppered out of there wherever she is. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was better to have a conservatorship. That's my strong point of view. That's a real ballsy stance.
Yeah, it's a tell. The haunted teeth and the haunted face, and then the voice. Was that from the choke necklace or something? Because
choke chain.
If I came on our podcast and I was like, "Hey, David, I want to tell you,"
I have to say the voice.
You'd be scared. You'd be scared.
I don't know. Is she a smoker? Oh, she deleted it since.
She's a midnight toker. I can tell you that.
Deleting is always feels guilty of something, but I don't know. It's such a complicated thing with Brittany. Everyone's crazy about her. Everyone's worried about her, but everyone really gets up her ass in her business. And I don't know when it's not our business anymore. I feel like everyone's business is my business.
Well,
that's what we talk on this about.
It's giving us fodder. It's making us relevant. But yeah, I wish her the best. I do think
us. Jesus.
Us relevant.
It's given me farter.
It's given us podcast fodder, but I wish her all the best. But I still don't think that was her, or it was her.
I don't know what it was. It seemed too obviously weird.
And maybe as soon as she clicked off, she was laughing her ass off. Put it that way.
I mean, what's on her Instagram? So something weird's going on.
How did you stay so sane with all? You've been famous for decades. How did you stay so normal?
You're pretty normal, Dana. I think we get along because we're both in the parameters of normal. I'm kind of weird, but I could be weirder. That's what I will stand by that. I could definitely be weirder. Sandler's pretty normal. Rock is pretty normal.
Yeah. I would say comedians tend to maybe be a little more normal. We're not like Britney's she was like a sex symbol, a sex star.
Well, that's skyrocket, and you pepper in sex symbol and
all that and all the
crazy,
and
also you got all this money that the parents are involved with that we didn't really have. That we kind of were in charge of our own stuff, you know.
Yeah,
you don't know why anyone hangs out with you. You don't know why anyone likes you. It's all anyone you date. You don't know. It's all bad.
Well, it's the Elvis Presley effect, you know, with Sonny Ray and Sonny Jim and Sonny Bill. And everywhere he looked, it was someone working for him. I want to get a Perkadam sandwich right now.
When they wrote a book about him, I feel like that was the end. I think that was his last, because he had such a small circle of friends. Like once those guys wrote a book about him.
Did you notice that when Elvis would go out there and like Ed Sullivan and stuff, like he was in sparkling clothes. He was up, you know, best looking rock star ever. And then the band was really homely, but they were great, but they were really average looking.
He was smart. I think he got authentic guys that were just good, and it wasn't
just great music.
Because he was the show. He could sell. All right, let's look at some more clips or whatever we got.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Look at, okay, read it for the home people.
Jogger left bloodied. Okay, go ahead.
Jogger left bloodied and dazed and crying after getting mauled, ... by a gang of otters. Can you show it a little better? This woman was jogging and she got...
Whoa. There.
Look at how...
So
she got by one otter, fine. 8 otters? I didn't know they ganged up. She was attacked. Look at her arms.
She's okay, but she's very bloodied on her arms, bleeding, the side of her face.
Scroll down. Let me see these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. When I see otters, I don't cross the street. I go right at them. There they are. Look at them.
Oh, they're out in the street in packs?
They're big. Maybe I would run. Mm-hmm. Look at them. They're not meerkats. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Are otters scary? Oh, they say the otters fled the scene. That's funny. Well, I wouldn't know to be scared of otters. I start scared of animals and then I go from there. You know, I don't always just go pick them up.
There was a house I own once, come out in the yard at night and there's like 10 raccoon. That was scary. And also they came into our house through the cat door, would go downstairs, eat all the cat food and then go back out.
What is it?
They wouldn't harm the cat. So
raccoon at the door.
It's a raccoon.
You know, I will say, Dana, the raccoons are ones I see people playing with on TikTok. At first glance, I would not grab a raccoon. They have sharp teeth and sharp claws, and I don't know if they're friend or foe. Everyone thinks they're so cute and lovable. I just don't know.
No, Paul McCartney did a good song, Rocky Raccoon walked into the room, but don't get near him, don't touch him, even with Rocky Raccoon. I did it about a raccoon. It was named Rocky, and he walked into the room. That's all I got. Then I went doodly doodly doo.
Oh, good job, Paul. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Doodly-doodly-goo.
What is our next? I'm doing all my old
next
impressions.
one.
What is?
By the
our
way,
next?
Puff Daddy has more oil than the Exxon spill. I thought of this joke 10 minutes later.
That was pretty good. That was all right.
he has more oil than the Exxon Valdez. No one remembers that. Okay, this is a staggering fact.
I do,
Dana.
Okay, here we go.
The 2023-24 NBA combined payroll is $4.9 billion.
Mm-hmm.
The combined OnlyFans payroll is $6.6 billion. So OnlyFans creators last year made more than the NBA combined. Heather, can you believe it? She cannot.
Heather, yeah.
By the way, these two girls that get the plug in this, they should tag them because they're anytime an OnlyFans girl gets her name out there and it gets across, like I see Instagram things where like fake story about like, I work at Arby's and I got fired because I had sex with my boss. It's just like a fake ad for an OnlyFans and she's got a fake Arby's hat on. Don't believe it.
I love the idea of the digitization of monetization. That the idea that someone let me finish.
Of the realization
early on in OnlyFans, if I got it right, one of the first attractive women got 15 million men to give her $1 a month for her going like, hey, look, not even having sex on camera. So it's 15 million a month. So if you take there's like the aggregate digital audience is like 5 billion. So it's got 2.5 billion horny men willing to, 2.5 billion, not a billion, not your words, not mine. 2.5 billion horny men. So I'm happy for these women. They don't have to walk the street and have a pimp. They can just do it. They don't even have to have sex. They just be flirtatious. I'll wear my pink panties. That'll be $5 times.
And if I send them to you, it's more. So,
and if I put them on backwards, it's double.
Well, I think the old days, like, oh, you can make a little money if you're a stripper. Like when I grew up, some girls, my high school, would hear about, oh, she's a stripper. She doesn't weigh downtown. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Right.
But that's way more dangerous comparatively.
Yes.
Not that it's bad. It's just you got to walk to your car after. You got horny guys everywhere. They know where you live. They can follow you. This is just, I think COVID really blew it up because they just sit in their room, talk, chat, strip, whatever, and get paid. And then they think the more people do it, the less effect it has on your career. Like they have to up the ante. That's the problem. I mean, it's porn girls. I always heard made a couple $100 a movie and it was never a lot of money, but they're like, oh, I went into porn for the money, but it wasn't that much money. And now you see these girls make way more than us combined. That's for sure. So I always think, what about the ones that are doing it and then they don't make any money? There has to be a couple that kind of flatline out there and just go, I'm just going to go back to,
I did.
Big Five and do my regular job.
Of a couple, and the guy's like, and he's with his wife, and I don't think they have sex, but they kind of put her out there, and she dresses scantily, and he goes, "We were making maybe $40,000 a year, and now we're making $500,000 a month." Just a couple sharing their life, kind of with his wife, and I don't know, it was fairly innocent, but the people who go on and do the whole full Monte and only get like $3 to $4 a month,
$3.98.
Does that exist? And then it's only
do more. I gave you my $1. Do more.
Do more.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it is like they paint themselves in the corner because once you do it, it's like, why not do it? But you just
guy. Sorry to interrupt, but I do.
No. I'm just saying you always hear about the success stories, and then it's hard. I mean, they have to pay a vig. They get taxed. I think they pay somebody they have to pay OnlyFans. So but they still make a question.
How many men with women followers are on OnlyFans, and what are they making?
I think Heather.
Let's ask Heather.
10.
Would she pay money to
top
see
10 OnlyFans creator? I think there's a guy in there. I think he's a rapper. Heather has poked out of curiosity.
That's a funny figure of speech.
Yep.
Heather, if that's your real name.
I stuck my head in there. Okay, here we go.
Now this 15, is the top 15.
Well, that's only male.
Will they say what
Heather,
they make?
Heather's looking at all to see if males crack the top 10. Is it straight guy? I don't know. I mean, I guess they're straight guys because they can say anybody who wants to look at the goods can.
There's some market.
Any guys
I just
in
don't
it?
think it's
I
this
heard.
big.
Always on the top of the list. Tyga's always
Oh,
one or
Tyga.
two.
Tyga.
And I've looked this up every couple months. He's always up there for some
Good
reason.
old Daryl Hammond. Is that Daryl Hammond? Who's that?
Baby, Cardi B.
Oh, Bad Baby and Cardi B.
So how much would Tyga be making per month?
Mia Khalifa still does it. Bad Baby, my old friend, she does it. I don't know. Tyga made 31 million since he's joined. Oh my god! What are you even rapping for? You are.
Well, I
you
think
got
at
your new
some
career.
point, you know.
All right, we got to delete our search history when I'm looking for guys on OnlyFans. We'll fix that after.
Oh, that's Greg making a joke, our producer. Okay, that's good. That's our first joke from our producer.
Oh, I think he fed it.
Okay.
Now, Dana, what are the chances you get on OnlyFans? Oh, you and Paula. Heather said you and Paula might because you saw the other couple made so much money.
Sexy seniors, absolutely.
In your area. That's what it'd be called. That's what I'll say. Name my special. Sexy seniors in your area.
Yeah.
Am I a senior? Fuck, I don't want to talk about it. Keep going.
Yeah, you're.
No,
I don't find obvious anything sexual. You know.
I just do mostly soaking videos, I think.
Well, I know you have a tub, like a Scarface tub, right? Look at a pelican fly. Look at, man. Your woman's so little, you're coming like a baby. So you get in that Scarface tub every night, a sudsy tub with a big cigar. Let's put on the OnlyFans. So look at this. Look at this. She showed her titties for us.
Let's see what you can do. Let's see if it makes me excited.
Oh, look at you, man. Look at you. You don't know what you're doing, man. You think I gotta get a fan? You don't got a fan. You don't got no money.
Intimacy issue.
This is Al Pacino as
he has intimacy issue.
Yeah, you got an intimacy issue, man. You gotta be vulnerable.
You got an intimacy issue.
You gotta turn on the lady. Turn on the ladies. You turn on the ladies. You gotta be vulnerable, man, because they like vulnerable people. And you gotta be vulnerable. You can't.
I used to take a tub every night.
I know, and soak your neck. Okay, there he is. Oh yeah.
Can
we play that clip at some point on this?
Dana,
or is it
Dana Scarface.
I'm Scarface. One of the funnest things I've ever done on a talk show. Lights Out with David Spade.
We blew that. You know what, Dana? We do sometimes. I go like this. I yawn and go like this, and you do the same thing. This is our tell. Sometimes you go like this, especially when you're flying the wall. We do. Yeah,
I've
seen you do it, and then I go. I do it. Yeah. Have you seen that? He leans back like that.
Kind of itching my head. Like, I guess we're.
But I do it too.
Here. All right. Well, let's do that.
I do too.
The next time we're both thinking to wrap it up.
I don't know if it's bored. I think we're just thinking or whatever it is. It's not really boring because we do it in the middle. But all right. Okay. Next thing, and then I'll tell you more.
Okay.
Tells we have.
Oh, can't wait for this.
Whoops. Couple busted on a Ring camera having sex in random family's driveway in daylight.
There we go. That's OnlyFans couple.
Oh, I like how they put their opinion. This is a reporter. A sick couple have been busted.
That's a little harsh. They just like the outdoors. Yeah.
The unidentified pair's brazen sex romp. Brazen. Oh, the couple were filmed jumping out of their car before both pulling down their pants. Sounds like high school.
It sounds like they're playing a prank on each other.
Dude, it pulled on your pants.
Yeah.
So they hooked up. I like this poor reporter's got to be like, I'm here near the gross driveway where they splooted all over. Are those oil stains? Or I'm going to back up a few. Actually, Tim, pull back.
This is great that she had said to her mom, I got a job on Channel Fox 2, okay? That's terrific, Emily Crane. What are you covering? Just people fornicating in sewers. People fornicating in sewers, darling. You sure you want to do that? It's a living.
Let me see. Okay, next one. That's all
Okay.
we have on that. That was a good
That was
feel
fun.
good story.
Yeah.
They felt good.
Yeah. They pulled down each other's pants and each other's underpanties. And then they got busy. So you're making notes. Are you texting me?
Yeah. No, I got to call some people, Dana. This is really right in the middle of my day.
This is a text from you right now. Pick it up, brother.
Arm back.
This is 5 minutes ago to me. Quit phoning it in, fool.
Give it something, fool.
Wait a minute. Let me. Oh, it's ringing. You can't hear it.
Here's me.
Oh,
Karate.
hi,
towards fucking
Mrs.
Bruce
Hi,
Lee.
Mrs. Spade. No, he's
Wow.
doing great today. No, he goes on tour tomorrow. Yeah, we're watching Superfly. Oh, that's great,
tell her.
Mrs. Spade.
I didn't
Don't tell her
him.
about the. Okay.
No,
No,
I
he's
didn't tell
not
him.
playing Providence, Rhode Island. Hartford? No,
I just said don't
he's not
say.
playing Hartford. I don't know if he has tickets for his special recording. Any extra tickets?
Special recording.
I'm sorry,
Hang up on her.
Mrs. Spade. I've got to go.
Thank
I'll
you.
say hello to David. Thank you.
You don't even. I told you to hang up 5 minutes.
But how is it weird that I get a call from your mom right when we're doing this? I mean, what are the odds of that?
Is that weird?
Is it, besides weird, is it wild?
Is
stuff?
it weird, wild, wacky stuff?
Weird, wild stuff. Oh, I had a Johnny Carson joke about Trump's assassination attempt. Trump, apparently Trump has been in more crosshairs than a moose on Cull the Herd Day.
On what day?
Cull, Cull. I swallowed it.
Everyone in Montana laughed.
Cull the Herd, yeah, more cross.
Call. I haven't even heard that term.
Cull the Herd. It's eliminate whatever. Next slide.
I like it. I didn't mean to ruin it. I didn't know your call.
Oh no, I didn't. It doesn't matter. I swallow my Carson
Next,
words.
whatever story that's pointless. Let's go. Oh, okay. This is an interesting story. This is out of
Private.
People magazine. Private man,
Mhm.
claims wife threw him a party for beating cancer, but he pretended he had to work and left. What happens is, I read this story. He says he had cancer. He said, don't tell anyone. I don't want anyone to know. She made it public on her Facebook group. She goes, hey, everybody, he's got. And so now he's getting pouring of sympathy and what happened and tell us all about it. He didn't want that. So then
Wow.
it went into remission. Is that the term where it went away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she had a surprise party for him for that too. And he saw everybody. He turned and goes, hey guys, great seeing you. I got to work. And he left. And she got mad at him again.
Mhm.
She already knew he was mad about the first thing.
Did you ever see
Thoughts?
Cool Hand Luke with Paul Newman?
Mhm.
This is Strother Martin. What we have,
Have
here is
here.
a failure to communicate.
He's
So-
close to John Kennedy or whatever that guy's
Yeah, they're both from this Louisiana area. Sorry. But this is something like I'm on the guy's side. I think the wife was just tone deaf and a little clueless.
Yeah.
And, you know,
This should be like, am I the asshole situation? Because I have to side with the guy twice.
her maybe you could say her heart was in the right place, but it was definitely tone deaf.
She's trying to make it not about her, but you know what I mean? I think she means well. Yeah, you're right. I got it. All right, keep going.
We got a ha on our little private chat thing.
Heather, did you say ha?
Thanks, Heather.
To Greg. Oh, because Greg said something.
Oh, I didn't see Greg.
Greg says, I got to delete my search history
Well, it's on
now.
camera. It's on the screen. She goes, don't worry about what me and Greg talk about. I go, well, it's coming up on our screen. We have to read it.
Well, it's because Greg obviously is big on OnlyFans. Kidding. If your mom's listening.
He's like, oh my God, the top 10 male OnlyFans. I could just tell you, or I'll fake look it up and put that up there, but I could just tell you.
Yeah, I didn't know how I got it up there. Okay. Here we
Okay,
go.
this scared the fucking shit out of me. Swarms of mosquitoes take over a Mexican flight.
Mhm.
Okay, so click the play. This is a woman on a flight. Look in the corner, Heather.
Oh,
Look at how many mosquitoes. She couldn't give a fat fuck either. Look at her.
wow.
I'd be going, land. Look at the flight attendant casually going like, hey.
That was a vent in a flying aircraft?
Yeah.
She wasn't on
Yeah,
the ground?
wake up. No.
Wow. Note to self, do not fly Jakarta Airlines anytime
Yeah,
soon.
do not fly with Bill Gates. Doesn't Bill Gates love mosquitoes?
Bill Gates, I think he put a lot of money into Africa for mosquito nets. They need.
No, I think
they
he
need
does
mosquito
stuff
nets.
with mosquitoes. Greg, will you pull up to see if he has ever released mosquitoes? I think he tries to modify them to help sting other mosquitoes so they don't give you malaria.
That's a question.
Something.
Are mosquitoes necessary for the ecosystem in the world? I'm assuming so, but I don't know.
I just don't know if I like regular people that are just rich going, I think I'm going to tackle this mosquito problem on my own. I'm sorry, America. You might get bit by some of my experimental mosquitoes.
We're going to release a lot of mosquitoes. Okay, here we are.
This.
Mm-hmm. They are necessary for the ecosystem. They play a vital role as a food source for many animals. So they're just food. That really looks at a mosquito and goes, birds,
no, they're
bats,
not cute.
Fish, and dragonflies.
Universally hated. What about Heather? What'd you say about Bill Gates?
There's like he has the Gates Foundation for the World Mosquito Program.
World Mosquito Program. Vague. I don't love it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Transmitting disease is their biggie.
Oh, he's developing something to transmit diseases.
Oh, he's looking at
I know, but does he actually release mosquitoes? He can work on a vaccine all he wants. But I don't like just because I saw him speaking once and then he let out all these mosquitoes and he goes, see, only poor people shouldn't have to deal with mosquitoes. We can too. And he let them out into the auditorium. Everyone's like this. This is the worst fucking
I don't know why
speech I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Why is do mosquitoes on your own time. I would just say that. I don't know. Tell us in the YouTube comments.
Mm-hmm.
I at least don't act like I know everything. I'm like, tell me.
Well, I think it's kind of weird. You're a mosquito. Everyone's afraid of you. And then a dragonfly that's only like a billionth of an ounce bigger than you eats you.
I know mosquitoes act so tough. They're like, I get them. They're like a big fat water bottle. They're like, I couldn't get any more fucking. Oh, this is kind of cutesy. How to get your wife to stop fussing. I know you've seen it, Heather.
Stop fussing.
Who?
About the pee.
God, he sends. My brother watches the podcast and he sends me 1 million, and I go. They're always a little rough because my brother Brian. They're always.
This is
okay.
fun.
This is a good funny trick. If your wife goes, "Why do you pee all over?" This guy's very Joe Dirt.
My husband's always complaining, saying I bitch about him peeing on the seat. So I told him I could do it perfectly fine if I was a man. So he's bringing me outside to prove a point.
Can you pee straight?
We're about to prove ours.
Okay, right. She's gonna pee. See how easy it is.
Shorten it up.
Shorten it.
Shorten that thing
Looks like
up.
Theo back there.
Yours comes down
Shorten
here.
that thing up.
She thinks it's too easy.
Oh my God.
Get to be a regular guy with a 1.5. Right, here we go.
Okay.
Go.
So middle of the night, you got to go pee. Oh, missed. You missed a little bit. Hey.
What is it?
Come on. Get it in there. Get it in
Come on. It's so easy. You got it.
Come on. Get it in the bucket now.
Now, this ain't even right.
Get it in the bucket.
Come on. What's wrong? You're so good at it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you, sometimes it comes out dual stream.
Yeah. What are you going to do about that?
Be shooting out left, right.
You're going to hit the bricks on the left.
Come on.
That guy's a wizard with the hose.
Yeah, I like that.
He's creating different
hose.
streams, different angles.
All right. Bit's going too long. Got it.
I ain't got control over cutting on and off. That thing cuts off by
All right. It's
itself.
getting out of hand.
Come on, get it in there. You got it.
I think this bit sort of overstayed its welcome, but I like the idea. And it was kind of clever. He's doing that thing. It reminds you of your kid and you can break it and it stops the water and everyone goes,
Right. He was showing her what it's like to be a man.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting because I looked this up as well. They're both Harvard graduates.
Really? Those two?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Theo Von and his sister?
It's Theo Von and Britney Spears, wasn't it? That was the woman in a brown wig.
That's a good sitcom I'd watch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, next one.
I feel like.
Oh, we got so much action and comments on the thing. Remember when, well, let's just show this first and I'll say, okay, play. This is a girl getting kidnapped.
A girl getting kidnapped in a van.
Jano, look, turn around. Turn around. Turn around. How could you dare go into a stranger's car?
So this hot guy picked her up.
What are you?
And they acted like they were going to kidnap her.
Just explain.
Give me your phone right now. Give me your phone.
So is this
now.
too harsh?
What would have happened if you came out and it wasn't us sitting back here and there were really crazy people back here?
We never would have saw you again.
So they have it.
Okay.
Because sometimes I hear around LA, there's a trick where good-looking guys flirt with girls, and they try to, oh, can you give me a ride over here or something? Whatever. They're trying to kidnap them. And it's a good trick because it doesn't look like a typical kidnapper. So this guy flirts with the girl, says, hey, can you get in? And she does. And then they act like they're going to kill her, and she freaks out. And then they're like, it's just mom and pop.
Mm-hmm. So the idea was that just he got her phone or her Instagram or something and convinced her, I'll be outside near this block and get in the van.
Or he just saw her at like Target and said, hey, why don't you come with me? You're cute. And then she gets in. She looks younger than him. I think she was 13 in that. So she gets in a stranger's car. Is it too much, Dana? And you better have the right answer. There's I would say this. I don't have enough information to have a strong opinion. Just be wrong.
I would say just intuitive. I'll tell you a story about myself. So I used to have to walk 5 miles to the orthodontist because my parents were both working, but they got me these cheap braces. So it was raining, and this guy pulled over, pouring rain. I'll give you a ride. I'll give you a ride. Just in this creepy Oldsmobile. And my intuitive thing was blink was no. So do other people do this?
I had a guy
set the daughter up so she experiences it and then scare the shit out of her.
It seems like a little much for me, but I wouldn't do it. But if it's effective, I couldn't watch my daughter be that scared.
Well, that's the thing. The off-label thing is like, for a minute, you're off-label, meaning not the primary thing we're looking at, but for the rest of her life, she will remember that fear. She'll have PTSD because for a moment, she thought she was in mortal danger, So it's an off-label, it's a asymmetrical idea.
She'll have PTSD
thesis,
which is something to do with her period. Yeah. Okay. So
I know some people that threw their daughter into a swamp and had alligators come near her because they didn't want her to jump in the swamp.
Yeah, that's normal.
The alligators were just actors and comedians. I think
they were in on it.
They were inside rubber suits. Comedians. I think Kyle Dunnigan was in one of the rubber suits, looking like an alligator. Theo Vaughn was in a rubber suit, looking like an alligator. And they scared the girl.
Nikki
Glaser was there, looking like an alligator. And then Theo Vaughn took it off. Goes, I'm not an alligator. I'm not an alligator.
Dana, I was walking to school one day when I was 8 years old. And this guy in an old car pulled up.
Same thing.
And he said, hey, it's raining. Do you want a hand job? And I said, sure, if you can give me a ride to school after. And he said, I can't do that. And I was like, well, you blew it. So I need a ride.
It was good. I like the way you set it up really straight. But I thought, where is this going? Oh, hold on a second.
It was your exact setup.
Oh, God.
I borrowed
Mr. Spade?
No,
you can listen to us live?
No, don't.
He was totally kidding about that. Love you. Okay, bye-bye.
She listens to this and she goes, I love you and Dana. She loves you. And she's like, it's fun. Everything's fun for her. Oh, it's fun. I go, Mom, I flew into town. She goes, oh, fun.
I love your mother.
I rented a car and she goes, fun. I go, it's all like fun. Everything's fun.
I love that about her.
I was in AZ this week because I had to go do that corporate. And then I carved out some time to see my mom and take her to luncheon. She's always in a good mood.
Where do you stay when you go to AZ? Do you stay at the Phoenix 4-star when you do a corporate date?
Or the Venetian because that's where the gig was.
That is a pretty beautiful hotel.
And they gave me the presidential elect room, which is, it was the former presidential suite, and you get shot at all night.
One time when I remember one
It's
time.
not bad.
It was good. I liked it. I started thinking of a story like that. I had a potential thing with NBC. I was a San Francisco stand-up. And they wanted to fly me down, and they put me at Universal City. So my brother was hanging out. I go, you want to go with me? So we flew down to Burbank Airport. We check into something in Universal City, and they gave us the presidential suite. And we ran laps. We were runners then. We literally
unreal, yeah.
threw off our shoes and started running laps.
It's
Never
too
seen a
fun.
room
It was
like
actually too big, so I couldn't figure out the lights. I couldn't figure out, every night I'm in a new hotel on the road, and so lights are like, bzzz, or they do this, or my phone didn't charge. I've been chasing my charge all day because it went down to like 20 because my phone, even if you plug it in, it doesn't charge because I didn't click the light on, which doesn't turn the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
It does nothing. So you're fooled. But it puts all the energy in that room, so all the lights do work. Have you heard of that, Heather? So there's two switches. One's that and one's the real light. And then the one didn't do anything, but you have to have that on so the phone chargers work and the lights actually. So there's a current. So weird. Anyway, more learning
I'm
on the road.
trying to follow that. Maybe we should ask the fans what.
Yeah, ask the fans what the fuck I'm talking about. But I wake up, my phone's like this. Water. I'm like, oh my God, you were charging all night. No, I wasn't. So it's down like 21.
Question. If you check in and there's a marble tabletop and you go, there's no way my shin's going to get full stride acquainted with that marble table. So I'm not going to worry about it because I'll get up tonight to pee and I'll just go around it and then bang.
Oh, crack.
We both got hurt. Remember, we were both playing places separate and we both had to limp on stage from crashing into things at night. Yeah.
Because it's too complicated, but that place was too big. Anyway, that's all. That's boring. But we'll do one more story. Let's do one more story, Dana, because we're going to.
Okay, this is our final story. I'm holding it.
Pick a winner.
Our final story. It's called "A Woman, a Blue Floor, and a Tabletop."
Oh, so there's dolphins. I just thought this was kind of artsy. Heather would like this. This is kind of
dolphins. I see.
The dolphin just pushed the guy out. See that? She's very dancery. That's on the snout. That's hard to do. Now, people will hate this because the dolphin does like it. The dolphin did say they liked it. But most people go, we hate this because...
Well, the dolphin better get a fish after this, or I'm going to have...
What's wrong, Heather?
Okay.
Yeah, dolphins aren't captivity. I have a whole bit about this. But if you take out the fact that the dolphins are hating every second of it, it's not bad.
It shows you how strong
they are.
Keep going.
Did she do that? She does something else. I think he flips her. Look at that. He fucking throws her around like her. But she's pretty good too.
No,
right?
That's amazing.
I think it's and then he just pops her out. Look, hey, there you go.
See, dolphins are nice. Like if you do the exact same thing with a killer whale, it could be hazardous.
It's scary. By the way, the dolphins get paid the exact same as a trainer.
But
worried about that.
Well, they change pretty quickly because you go to where they have a killer whale and they're out there, and these beautiful, majestic creatures are so important, and they're beautiful, brilliant people. And the killer whale comes out, drags them under the water, and then the person comes up, kill the fucking fish, kill the fucking fish.
Where's the whale going?
Kill the fucking fish. Yeah, kill the fucking fish. 30 seconds later, from these majestic.
I think the
creatures.
whale goes. I think in about 2 weeks I'm going to fight back. Not right now. 2 weeks, maybe right before that long
do they
weekend.
Still allow that? Because it seems
there's
cruel
not
with
as much
whales.
as there was. Is there SeaWorld still? I don't know.
Marine World, SeaWorld.
They say it's changes, but they're still open usually. And they go, we give the whales a 5-minute break every hour now.
But the whales know that their name is Shamu, and every single killer whale is named Shamu. And that really tees them off. I mean, come on, guys.
It's
can't
not,
all be Shamu.
And they know they're the star. And they get paid in like minnows. It's all not fair. Everything about it's not fair.
I know. It's just something very terribly wrong.
All right, Dane, I'm going to let you go.
So good luck on your tour. What's your first date?
Well, tonight, Friday.
Tonight. You're at Hartford,
Where am I? I'm
Connecticut.
looking outside. All right, I'm in Hartford. So Hartford.
Tickets are running fast, so I jump on them now.
Low
this
ticket
afternoon
warning
for tonight.
Yeah, well, it's been fun because I'm getting my special. So this is basically just for all intents and purposes the same jokes I'll do. I got to get them like polished.
Well, you don't want to be thinking when you got the cameras in your face. You want to go, what's that next joke again?
God, Boise was so fun. There was such a great crowd. So, if it goes like that, I should the ones you don't even think about, just go on the road. Then I'm like, that one I should have filmed. That was great.
The problem is, that then when the cameras are on, you go, well, this is pretty good, but it's not in the top 10 of the last few months.
Well,
but
the one you actually shoot always sucks.
It never can be. You want to be at such a good level for yourself that even just an average show kills. The jokes are there. Yeah. But, you never know. I think you'll destroy on this one. No pressure.
It should be fun. So far, it's working okay. I do like the jokes and all the stuff. So we'll see. I'll promote it more later when I find out when it comes out and stuff. All right, Dana, thank you for hanging out.
We'll talk soon. I'm going to call your mom just quickly and give her a recap. But
just tell her
Tell her you'll call her.
All right, thanks,
later.
buddy.
All right.
Toro and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it. Ooh.